Welcome to Ultimate Autographs. If you were looking for the internet's most exciting and interactive live break room, then you have come to the right place. We are opening live break mystery boxes featuring the biggest names from across the sports world every single day. If you're new to breaking with us, we can help break it down and make it as easy to understand as possible. First, head over to the live break page and look for a series that suits your interest. Most of our series will have 8 spots, which represent the 8 NFL divisions, but other sports breaks or mixers may vary. If you purchase one spot, that means you have a 1 in 8 chance to win that item at an extremely discounted rate. Next, click Add to Cart to purchase your live break spot. Once you've completed your checkout, tune into the next available live breaks broadcast on Facebook, Twitch, or YouTube at noon, 3, or 6 p.m. Central Time any day of the week. As you watch, you will see your name appear on the screen when your specific break begins. Your name will go into the randomizer and will be randomized a specific amount of times based on that evening's dice roll number. Once randomization is over, the list of names of people that bought into that live break will be matched up with a specific division. If the item that is pulled from the mystery box matches your division, congratulations, you just won an incredible piece of signed memorabilia. Want to guarantee yourself an item as opposed to testing your luck? Some of the series that you see on the live break page can be purchased under the mystery box tab of our website. Those boxes can either be shipped directly to your door or open live on the air before being sent to you. While you are there, make sure to sign up for our Signature Points Club. This exclusive club earns you points toward specific discounts, signed items, or exclusive events each and every time you buy at ultimateautographs.com. Your breaker for tonight's show.
Oh my God.
Likes long walks on the beach, candlelight dinners in his Patrick Mahomes jersey.
None are better than this one, the best quarterback in the world.
Oh, there
Patrick
he is.
Mahomes.
And staring at the messy posters over his bed, it's Kamen Entchev. The moment you have been waiting for has come. Let's break some signed memorabilia.
Hello and welcome to Ultimate Autographs. Kamen Entchev here with Alex Tellez. Ready for a big show, Alex. The practice squad went off the rails in the early show. 21 boxes down. But good news, 19 boxes left, including 9 headliners, including 6 photoed authentic headliners, Alex. Ray Lewis, Joe Montana, Barry Sanders, Kurt Warner, and Adrian Peterson. It's actually, I think that is 6. Moss is a jersey. So 5 authentic photoed headliners, a J.J. Watt rep, a Randy Moss jersey. So a lot of goodies left in that series for $45 in a single, 90 in a double. Get yourself an authentic helmet. Speaking of authentic helmets, all authentics in the diamonds, all of them are good. 13 boxes left. It might be 6 headliners, but all 13 are headliner worthy. 1 in 4 always says Heat, mini helmets. We're close to a new series, some good jerseys. The reps, almost all the biggest names left. Tomlinson, Aikman, and Rice. Cannot wait to get started. How are you doing today?
I'm doing good. The practice squad took over the early show, and I'm not expecting anything else this show.
No, I think that's going to be it. Jeffrey Greco, William Losey, Brian Glick, Tommy Heffelfinger, new guy. Welcome, Tommy. Chris Knowles, Adam Hoffman, and Kenny Gober in the first practice squad. Before I ask for numbers, though, real quick, let's get our show set up here. Our dice roll, our chase wheel spin, all the goodies here. So looking for 6 or higher. How about 5 and a 1, 6 on the dot on the dice roll. That is as low as we can go. 6 clicks. Heading on over to the wheel of names. Let's see where we're chasing this program. Chase item of the day. Well, I know this for sure because it's very rare that a jersey break doesn't sell out. Jerseys are our chase today. The jerseys. So definitely get at least one of those done. Get you guys in a wheel spin. And now we can get started with the breaks. On to business, right? Practice squad double to get the party started. So go ahead and drop me 2 box numbers if you're in that break. You and I were talking about it last show before we got off. There is a lot of great double up opportunities. Yeah. NFC West, Kurt Warner, Joe Montana, both full-size authentics. NFC North, Barry Sanders on an authentic, You can pair that with an Adrian Peterson authentic. Randy Moss is a jersey, but it's a stat jersey with Randy Moss on it. So a lot of good options there. We got Chris Knowles. He wants 14 and 40. A lot of folks want that, Barry Sanders, Montana. Everybody wants those big names. Chris Knowles wants those, but he specifically wants the Kurt Warner. He's a Rams fan since 2000. Maybe the best Rams player of all time. Super Bowl champion for them. Former MVP. The great Kurt Warner. So we'll do 14 and 40. I'm a man. I'm 40. Excellent. Such a good series the practice squad has been. How's everyone doing this afternoon? How's everyone doing on this wonderful Wednesday afternoon?
Yes, sir.
And the weather for us is really nice, Alex.
know.
I don't know how it is for those guys, but if we could have taken the show remote, we would have done this outside today.
Yeah.
So we'll go 6 clicks here for our spots, guys. Good luck, good luck, good luck. So randomizer going up. Where are we from? We're based out of the Chicagoland area, Ron, which definitely tends to be cold sometimes, but Chicago summers are actually warm.
Oh,
Sometimes too warm, actually. So that's how it goes. Jeffrey Greco up top's got the NFC North, NFC South. We got ourselves William Losi, NFC East, Adam Hoffman, NFC West, Brian Glick, AFC North, Chris Knowles, AFC South, Kenny Gober, AFC East, and Tommy Helfelfinger, AFC West. Ron says, okay, nice, very nice. We do stream out of the Chicagoland suburbs, our studio here, but Alex, we do stream internationally.
Yes, we do.
You can watch us in just about every single country, unless there's some sort of crazy restrictions or something. I don't know if we're on in North Korea or not. I cannot confirm. But hopefully we're on there as well. Let's go, says KSA Dynamics. That is my guy Brian, Mizzou and Chief fan. Sad face from Chris, did not get the NFC West. But Chris, you could get a J.J. Watt in the AFC South. That is possible. So KSA Dynamics wants the AFC North, cheering hard, maybe for a Ray Lewis authentic. That wouldn't be bad at all. Not this time, though. We're starting with a mini helmet here, Alex. Mini helmets. Oh! Is this what I think this is? I recognize the auto. I guess I'll double check just to be sure. But yeah, it is what I think it is. It's Chad Johnson on a Patriot lunar mini helmet. One of the best receivers in the 2000s. 6-time Pro Bowler. Well over 10,000 receiving yards for his career. Normally that would be an AFC North hit. But this is him on the Patriots. One of the first Chad Johnson Patriot items. Remember, he went there with Tom Brady, Chad Johnson. Good hit there, Kenny, on the Johnson Lunar Mini. A little bit of Ocho Cinco here in the break room. I'm from Pennsylvania, the cold state, says Ron. Well, are you a Steeler fan, Ron? Because we got a lot of Steeler stuff in the room. Or is he an Eagle fan?
Ooh.
All right, those are the Pennsylvania teams. Nice hit, says Kenny. Yes, sir, Kenny. Nicely done indeed. Kenny Gober. My new landlord's name is Kenny, Alex.
Oh.
He is much better than our old landlord. So we had some issues with the old landlord. We were going to move out, but then he sold the place to a new place. And I like this new Kenny guy. So it's a good name. So good job on the Chad Johnson. A little bit Ocho Cinco. Ron says Steeler black and gold, baby. He would have enjoyed that. Jerome Bettis in the early show. Got a lot of Pittsburgh Steelers in our break room.
Yes, we do.
Headliners, obviously a lot, but also filler hits. Guys like Jack Ham, Lambert, Andy Russell could be fillers. We had Deontay Johnson earlier. We got a lot of Pittsburgh stuff in the break room, period. So I'm from Washington State, but a Ram fan, says Chris. There we go. That's kind of cool. Ram fan from Washington State. Box 14 is next. We got the Ernie Banks box here, 14 of 40. Fitting it's a double box break, because let's play 2, Alex. 1-4. The Steve Grogan box.
Yeah.
The Groganator. Not a lot of 14s in the NFL. Not a lot of 14s. Oh, it's a clean eclipse. Clean eclipse. What do we got here? You like that? Kirk Cousins, baby. Kirk Cousins with the yellow ink on the sick eclipse. Jeffrey Greco, full-size rep helmet. Kirk Cousins, not even a photoed headliner in this series. Good old Captain Kirk. There was numbers going into this last season. Obviously, he got hurt this season, but before he got hurt, he was either 1, 2, or 3 in passing yards, passing touchdowns, just about every single category. I know personally because I had him in a 2-quarterback league for fantasy, and when he went away, I was very, very sad. But the numbers were going into this last season. There was, I think it was 4 quarterbacks that had 120 passing touchdowns in the last 4 years, aka 30 per season, and more than 12,000 passing yards, 4,000 per season. It was Patrick Mahomes, Aaron Rodgers, Josh Allen, and Kirk Cousins.
Look at that.
That was the list. Man puts up numbers. Good job, Jeffrey Greco, on the Cousins full-size rep helmet.
That's nice.
So, my birthday, kiddo's birthday, and wife's birthday, a bust womp womp, says Chris Knowles. Maybe another strategy is in order, Alex.
You can always hop back in.
Beckett certified on Kirk Cousins. I just saw something interesting. You might have seen it too, Alex. It was Shanahan's original plan was to get Kirk Cousins from Washington. And I'll tell you what, if Cousins was on the Niners, they could have won the Super Bowl maybe.
Well, it's the reason why they didn't even look at scouting any quarterbacks in that Mahomes draft.
Yeah.
Because he thought, well, we'll get Kirk Cousins next year.
Yeah, and then it didn't happen. Although I do like Brock Purdy. Yeah. I don't know who I like more between those two, because I have both of those two guys in my top 10, Alex.
I think Purdy's just a more mobile Kirk Cousins, honestly.
Yeah, but Cousins obviously can sling the rock as well. So good job, Jeffrey. A good hit on Kirk Cousins. A little bit of Jeffrey Greco here.
Yeah.
NFC North, the hot spot. We're talking about Randy Moss, Adrian Peterson, Barry Sanders, still out there in this practice squad.
Yeah.
A lot of good options, to say the least.
That single is 3 away.
3 to go. So, Christie's throwing out trade offers for the Matthew Slater.
Ooh.
And Ron says, I hope Cousins goes to Pittsburgh, right?
Oh, that's an option.
And we were talking about this earlier. Like, as far as short term, I would welcome Cousins on the Bears any day, Alex. I think he's I'm a Kirk Cousins lover. I know a lot of folks are split on him. I'm a Kirk Cousins lover. Definitely, some tough losses in playoff games, but some of them have not been his fault. I know the one 2 years ago, he played really, really well for the Vikings that year, Kirk Cousins. I don't want the field straight, says Ron. I believe it. I believe it.
He's a big anti-Fields guy.
Ron is?
I believe so. I believe George.
I think it's Craig Joseph.
Oh, no, yeah, it's Craig Joseph.
Craig Joseph is the anti-Fields. I try not to get him and Brandon Combs in an argument because I think both of those guys will lose their head. That's for sure. So get him next time. Congrats, winners, says Brian. That's the attitude, Brian. Next time, you can't win if you don't play, right? We do have a practice squad coming up. Chris, Christy, Jeffrey, Sean, and Matthew, the single here. Yeah? You're telling me, Chris. Kirk Cousins. Actually, you want to hear something funny, Chris? So I'm in a 2-quarterback league, and I drafted what I thought was insurance. Because I drafted Mahomes, then I took Rodgers and Cousins. Yep. And they all got hurt, Alex. And my team wasn't bad. I finished 5th out of 8. I was actually tied for 3rd. I just didn't have the total points for the playoff tiebreakers. I was only like 3 games back of first place, even though I finished, 3rd or 5th. And had I had Cousins the whole season, I might have been in the playoffs. Could be a different story. So Christy wants 22, the Emmitt Smith number for the practice squad. Thank you, Christy. 22 works in our practice squad. 2-2. Yeah, fantasy football injuries do play quite a factor, I'll say. I know in our UA Fantasy League, we had a guy, Brandon Keegan, This dude had McCaffrey. He had Puka Nakua. I think it was CeeDee Lamb and Lamar Jackson on his team. You wonder why he won our fantasy league. Guy had quite the squad this year. So 6 clicks here on the dice roll. We got Chris Abramats up top. Chris has the NFC North. Right below Chris in the NFC South is Christy Godno in the NFC South. Sean Blasco looking for a blast in the NFC East. Jeffrey Greco fresh off a W in the NFC West. Matthew McLaughlin, AFC North. Christy G, AFC South. And Mr. MM, Matthew's got the AFC East and AFC West. I get it. Eminem, like the artist. He's a Lions fan, just like Eminem.
It all makes sense.
It all makes sense now. Everything just adds up. All right, box 22. 22 of 40 here. And good luck, guys, in our practice squad. Feeling a little bit heavy, Alex.
Oh.
Hefty.
Christy's got the boxes.
Yeah. She's calling some goodies. Looks like a full-size authentic. Oh, one of my favorite players ever. One of my all-time faves. It is Kurt Warner on the Ram Flash Authentic. Hall of Fame 17 inscription, Kurt Warner. That is Beckett certified. QR sticker on the back. Mr. Kurt Warner. Love that one. Number 1 all-time in playoff passing yards per game. 2-time MVP. A Super Bowl champ. A Super Bowl MVP. Not bad for a guy that was a grocer at Hy-Vee, right?
Yeah.
Hy-Vee's finest. That is so sexy, says Chris. That is sexy indeed. So Chris at least won his 12-team dynasty this year. A big win that offsets his other train wreck fantasy. There you go. One for 2. Not bad.
There you go.
Jeffrey Greco. Now he's 2 for 2.
Yeah.
2 practice squad breaks, 2 W's, including a Kurt Warner authentic.
That'll do.
That is so
that one
clean.
For $45.
For $45?
Yeah, you got one spot, right?
Oh, come on, Alex. That's ridiculous. Jeffrey Greco, this bad boy is worth more than 10 times that and then some for the Kurt Warner authentic. 2-time passing touchdown leader, 3-time completion percentage, twice also in passer rating, 2-time MVP. I mean, he was so good, Kurt Warner. Northern Iowa product.
Yeah.
Played in the Arena League. He was not supposed to be great, but as they say in Aladdin, a real diamond in the rough. Kurt Warner.
I know. He told this story. It breaks my heart that he was going to go out try out for the Bears. Had a really bad spider bite and was so sick he couldn't go to the tryout. So they never.
They probably wouldn't have liked him. They probably wouldn't have picked him. It's what the Bears do. They're not good at the quarterback thing. But Kurt Warner, he sure was good at the quarterback thing. And he was really good with the Rams and the Cardinals.
I wish they won that Super Bowl so bad.
Me too. I was pulling hard.
Yep.
Warner, Larry Fitz, and then, of course, Big Ben and Santonio Holmes in the back of the end zone, breaking hearts.
I always play with that team in Madden. Kurt Warner, Larry Fitz, and Bolden.
Yeah, Anquan Bolden. That's
Monster.
a blast from the past. Those guys were fantastic. Great hit, Jeffrey. I'll trade my Willie Rofe and Dante Hall Chiefs jersey for that helmet. So Chris Knowles has put that offer out there. Obviously, authentic helmets are worth considerably more than jerseys. But hey, 2 for 1. Who knows what team Jeffrey likes. It never hurts to shoot your shot.
Never does.
But I tell these guys the authentic helmets are worth the most. That is why if you play the diamond helmets, you get a filler authentic. It's better than any headliner in the jerseys, the minis.
Yep.
It's worth more money if you're trading. It also looks cooler if you're keeping. I know you invest more, but you get better return, so to speak. So, good job, Jeffrey, on the Kurt Warner flash. But if you don't want to pay, $87 for an authentic, you can only pay $45 or $90 in the practice squad.
Exactly.
So that is the good option for everybody. It kind of unites the guys that are the low-level players in the jerseys and the guys that are the diamond players. They meet in the middle, and everybody plays the practice squad.
I like to see.
Right? So, what's left in practice squad, says Daniel Kyler? Well, we still have the Randy Moss jersey, the J.J. Watt rep, full-size authentics, Adrian Peterson, Joe Montana, Barry Sanders, and Ray Lewis. So, a lot of good stuff left in the practice squad. So, my challenge for you guys is come and get it. Come and get it. Full-size Authentics for $45. So that was the Bow going away. Best hit in the early show. Kurt Warner, the best hit so far in this show. As much as I like Kurt Warner, Alex, something tells me this will not be the best hit of the show by the time the show is done, though.
Well, there's another great quarterback in that NFC West.
Joe Montana. One of the all-time greats.
And the NFC North is loaded.
Loaded. Let's do a rundown. How many reps left for Chase for TJ Watt? So it's JJ Watt that's in the practice squad. Not TJ, it's JJ Watt. Now, I'll tell you this. We got a lot of TJ Watt. We did pull him in the diamond helmets. The diamonds are full-size Authentics, Ron. We did pull TJ Watt, but that's a name we get very, very often in the break room. TJ will most definitely be back. The best defensive player in the National Football League. All right, top to bottom rundown. Here we go. Starting with the 1 and 4. You've got better odds to win in this break than any other break we offer. It's a 1 in 4 chance. With each spot you buy, it is an incredible opportunity. I didn't write Warner, right?
No, Cousins on that one.
Oh, Cousins. My bad. Let me put the Cousins on here for Alex. And then I'll do this rundown. So, all right. So, again, Boston fans, I know our guy Jeff is a Boston fan. If he could enter the breaks, he would.
Oh, yeah.
Because we have 3 of the most iconic Boston athletes of all time. I mean, technically, it's really 4 with the Tom Brady. But Tom Brady did get pulled, full disclosure. But Kevin Garnett, Larry Bird, these are, all-time greats. Kevin Garnett, top 5 power forward of all time. Larry Bird, top 2 or 3 small forward of all time. Larry, legend. We got Pedro Martinez, one of the best pitchers in the history of the game. Former Cy Young winner, Mr. Pedro. Be careful if you're, a bigger old man, he'll knock you down. I'm looking at Don Zimmer. Heated Yankee and Red Sox exchange back in the day. We still got the Cowboy triple signed. Cowboy stuff is always worth a lot in our break room. We have a lot of Cowboy fans. Staubach, Dorsett, and Pearson on the Lunar Authentic. All with Hall of Fame inscriptions. A lot of value in that bad boy. That is just the photo headliners left. 23 boxes left in the 1 and 4. 9 total headliners, including the best receiver in the NFL leader in receiving yards, the Cheetah, Tyreek Hill. Speaking of the best, how about the National League MVP, Ronald Acuna Jr.? He's still young.
I know.
That value is going to go up so much in Acuna. Not even a photo headliner. Hall of Fame safety Brian Dawkins. World Series appearance Corbin Carroll with the D-backs. Then Amari Stoudemire, former great basketball player with the Suns. Diamond helmets down to 13 left. We still got 5 photoed headliners, including Jahmyr Gibbs, one of the best dual threat running backs in the league. The Lions used a first-round pick on him, and still worth it. This guy is so good, has such a great future for the Lions, such a great football future. Another one of those Alabama running backs. One of the best tight ends of all time, Jason Witten. This dude just loved football. 4th all-time in career catches, an absolute legend. Brian Dawkins, Weapon X, a safety that I'd be scared of if I played football. Secondary headliners left in the series, Curtis Martin, nicest looking autograph, 6th all-time in rushing yards. And how about Michael Strahan, a former defensive player of the year with TJ Watt, who, by the way, Ron, could not agree more with Ron. TJ Watt got robbed for that decoy this year. 4 more sacks, 26 more tackles than Myles Garrett. The only guy to have as many sacks in a single season as TJ Watt is Michael Strahan. They tied for the single season record. Mr. Strahan, Mr. Watt. 4 to go in the 1 and 4 single. Let me refresh here and check. 5 to go now in this double box. Just got on, guys. Great hit, says Jeffrey. Yes, sir. Jeffrey, you got 2 hits, man. Kurt Warner, what's the other one he got? I got Kurt and Kirk. Very nice, man. Practice squad is now down to, is it 16, Alex?
16, that's it.
16 left in the practice squad. So we got ourselves J.J. Watt on a full-size amp rep. 3-time Defensive Player of the Year, tied for the most ever. That's a Watt that's got 3 depoys. TJ should have 2. He's got 1, but probably going to get more. Randy Moss on a stat jersey. It says straight cash homie. It's got a lot of his numbers on there. A lot of record-breaking numbers for Randy Moss. And I say this about Randy Moss. As great as Randy Moss was, imagine had he played with a great quarterback for longer. Because you put him with Brady,
The one season.
most receiving touchdowns in the history of the National Football League. All due respect to Dante Culpepper. All due respect. But man, what if he had played with a better quarterback like Rice playing with Young in Montana for a longer part of his career, Mr. Randy Moss. We got Barry Sanders on the retro Lion King Authentic. And I just noticed this, Alex. Man, I've been sleeping. It's got the Lion King inscription on the top. So not Simba or Mufasa. It's Barry Sanders, in my opinion, the best running back of all time. Ray Lewis, most tackles ever officially. One of the best linebackers ever. And then Joe Montana, 4-time Super Bowl champion. 4-0 in the Super Bowl. 3-time Super Bowl MVP. And he's got the best passer rating in Super Bowl history, Joe Montana. Do have Antonio Gates as a secondary headliner in the listing. So with the Gates, most receiving touchdowns ever for a tight end. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 headliners left in how many boxes? 16? That's almost 50% chance. Absolute great odds there. Mini helmets, 4 to go. We have a Chad Johnson secondary headliner, then a fresh mini series on the way. Rep helmets, 7 to go. Speaking of all-time greats, how about the GOAT receiver Jerry Rice? Most passing or most receiving yards, most catches, most touchdowns. History of the National Football League. LaDainian Tomlinson, most touchdowns in a single season. Sean Alexander, second most touchdowns in a single season. Both of those guys still out there. Will Anderson, Defensive Rookie of the Year. We got Howie Long, a Hall of Famer, and a lot of really good secondary headliners in the reps. That includes Keenan Allen, Drew Bledsoe, Vince Papale, and Steve Largent in those rep helmets. We got 7 to go in the practice squad single. Jerseys are 5 to go. Only 8 jerseys left. 3 headliners left. Chris Carter, 4th all-time in receiving touchdowns. We got 2 more defensive Hall of Famers, Brian Dawkins and Lawrence Taylor still out there. That's a former league MVP, Lawrence Taylor, to you. One of 2 defensive guys to ever get that mark, Alex. So, got a couple more comments in the chat. Highway robbery, not giving it to Watt for sure. And I'm a Raven fan saying that, says Joe. And Ron says, Micah Parsons said, don't look at the stats.
I think he was saying, look at the stats
Yeah.
that Myles Garrett should still get it, which made no sense.
There's some PPF grade or something out there I saw.
Because it includes, like, run game and everything.
It also includes, like, more double teams. They try to factor in that, Garrett had more double teams than Watt. But, I mean, come on. 4 sacks, 26 tackles, overall impact, it was TJ Watt. I'll say this, too. I don't really listen to Micah Parsons' podcast. His is not like the Kelsey podcast. Micah Parsons says, from the little clips I've seen, Alex, a lot of malarkey. I'll put it that way. He is good at the NBA All-Star game, though. Got the MVP, scored a bunch of points.
No, I know he was agreeing that Myles deserved it, but he was saying that the stats back that up.
Yeah.
Which doesn't make sense.
Well,
It should have been TJ.
go figure. Go figure. Yeah, I mean, I think that Lewis is better than Patrick Willis, but Patrick Willis was great, too.
Great, too. I'd still have Urlacher above Willis.
Yeah. Another break room regular. Both Urlacher and Willis,
I'd say
for sure.
Kuechly's on that level, too. He just didn't play as long.
His numbers almost identical. Kuechly and Willis as far as resume.
Yeah,
Willis
crazy.
didn't get a depoy, though. Kuechly
No.
did.
Yep. Both lost in a Super Bowl.
Yeah. 2 to go on that diamond double, as
That's
Alex
it,
said.
you
Let's
know?
make it happen, guys. Brian Dawkins, Jason Witten, 1 spot, 2 W's. Not to mention that Michael Strahan still out there, man. Strahan and the Diamonds. Yeah, I mean, look, it was not like way better, but Watt had better numbers clearly. It felt like Cleveland got all the awards. Coach of the Year, which I would have gone to the Houston guy.
I would have went with Cleveland.
Really?
I mean,
They had a lot of injuries.
They made the playoffs with all those injuries. I know
But the
Texans came out of nowhere.
From last place to first?
I credit that more to C.J. Stroud than the coach.
Interesting. Okay.
But, I mean, you go through
I would have
Deshaun
gone
Watson,
Ryans.
2 more quarterbacks. You signed Flacco off the couch, and you
Flacco magic.
and you still make the playoffs. I'll give it to that coach.
All right. I agree to disagree. I think, obviously, very deserving guy. I would have gone second for him. I just felt that what Houston, as bad of a franchise as it is, as good as C.J. Stroud is, such immediate success, I would have gone that. But it just felt like Cleveland got a lot of awards, right? Comeback Player of the Year, Coach of the Year, Defensive Player of the Year. The Flacco one I agreed with, though. I will say the Flacco one I was good with.
I think even DeMar Hamlin would agree with it.
Yes. Yeah, definitely.
Well, if DeMar Hamlin would have got the first down of the fake punt, totally different story.
That was my favorite DeMar Hamlin moment as a Chief fan.
Oh, man.
That was great. So Ron says, doesn't make sense. TJ already said it's going to make him stronger to do better this coming year. Don't poke the bear. Don't poke the all-time greats. Don't give them extra motivation.
The only knock you can have on the Watts is they just sometimes get hurt.
Yeah.
Otherwise, they're the best defensive players in the league.
But we got JJ in that sick practice squad, by the way. Ooh, I think he meant can't, but he says they had to get awards because Cleveland can't make a Super Bowl appearance. Yeah, I guess in the Super Bowl era, that is true. Cleveland was really good in the Jim Brown era, but that was a while ago.
They also lost like half their linemen. They lost Nick Chubb. The coach and the comeback player of the year I agree with, but the defensive player of the year made no sense.
Okay, that's fine. Definitely very deserving candidates. I just look at Houston. I mean, God, they were so bad for so many years. Such a great season. Christopher Fox is jumping in the practice squad. What's up, Chris?
It really wasn't that many years. They played with Deshaun and lost to the Chiefs only like 2 or 3 years before.
I know, but they went so downhill so fast. But Lovie Smith ended up getting him a W by winning that last game
it all
with
worked
C.J.
out.
Stroud.
Davis Mills for the win.
Yeah. So I think we're on the doorstep of the practice squad single now, too, Alex. 2 to go in the single, and 5 to go in the double. Man, how different will things have been? Because I was at that Chief-Texan game when Houston was up 24-0 in the second quarter. They had a fake punt run that was just so... Do you remember that, Alex?
Yep, sure
it was
do.
such a stupid play call. I know momentum, isn't everything, but it felt like after that play call, momentum went in Kansas City's
Momentum
way.
is so real. I know even George Kittle was saying it during that Lions 49ers crazy game.
Yeah.
He's like, momentum's real, and if you don't think so, think again.
Yeah, think again. So Flacco definitely deserves that award. See, what I liked about Flacco this last season is that he just played without a care in the world. I know he cared,
Just a gunslinger.
but he just threw the ball around. He's 38, 39, however old he is. Nothing to lose, right? And a player playing with nothing to lose, it's kind of like a March Madness underdog team. Things tend to do pretty good.
Yeah, he was pure gunslinger. Mm-hmm. Old-fashioned gunslinger.
A little bit of Flacco in your life. 4 to go in that practice squad double. 2 to go in the single. 16 boxes left. Pretty sure all of them are getting cleared out this program. So let's make some moves, guys.
Yep.
Montana, Barry Sanders, J.J. Watt. We're talking about them. This is my favorites, other than, the chromes, stuff like that, Alex. The amp helmet.
Yeah.
Now, they don't make amps anymore. There's so few amps out there. So this is a helmet that you're not going to see often for any team. And the Texan amp is extra special. I love that J.J. Watt lid. So, Ron wants to see that diamond double close. You and I both, Ron.
2 away.
2 spots to go. The diamonds are all full-size authentic, Alex. Every single diamond box is full-size authentic. And that's a series where we can have, the Warren Moons, the DK Metcalfs, the Roger Staubachs. These are just the filler hits in that series. Could be a lot of sick stuff in the diamond double.
Mr. Chrome Flex Fox himself wants a practice squad.
Let's go. The singles filled up.
Yes.
Perfect. Practice squad single coming up. Number 2, go ahead and drop me a box number, guys, for the practice squad. So we got Jeffrey, we got Christy, Adam, and Christopher. First come, first serve. Oh, would you look at that? Would you look at that? Brian and Christopher both want lucky number 13. Brian says, Jinx, you owe me a soda. 13 it is. The Dan Marino Kurt Warner box. Just had a 13 come out here, Mr. Kurt Warner.
We are 3 away in the double now, too.
Let's go. 2 best 13s NFL history, Warner Marino.
Gotta be, right?
I don't know if I'm missing somebody. But they are fantastic. 2 guys ahead of their, errors with the passing yards. They put up numbers, Warner and Marino. So, let's get you guys randomized here. We got 5, 6 clicks. All right, Christopher Chromeflex, NFC North. A lot of NFC North headliners, Alex. NFC South is Christy Gardiner. She's a French legend here, Christy. Christopher Fox, NFC East, NFC West, AFC North, and the AFC South. Jeffrey Greco. This guy is getting dubs left and right tonight. He's got the AFC East and Adam Hoffman out there in the AFC West. Box 13 of 40. Lucky number 13 for somebody. And whoever gets the hit's going to say 13's lucky. Whoever doesn't get the hit, they'll say it's an unlucky number.
True.
Mini helmet coming up. Oh, Brian's not even in this one. Well, that's okay. Christopher is in here. Gardner. I was hoping it was Gardner. Gardner. Darn, Christy. All right, it'll be Gardner. How about this? The guy that was anxious to see this break. How about a single spot snipe? Adam Hoffman. Antonio Gates on the Charger Mini.
There we go.
Most receiving touchdowns ever among a tight end. 7th most receiving touchdowns, period. Tell you what, Alex, this man should have been a first ballot Hall of Famer.
Yep.
I think Antonio Gates got #robbed. Great hit, Adam, though, with the Antonio.
Well, I think the reasoning, if there was a reason,
Yeah.
I think it's because he got suspended for PEDs at the end of his career. So I don't know if that was the reasoning or not.
That makes sense. The voters hate stuff like that.
Yeah. I know it's mostly baseball that's like that.
Sometimes I feel that all the voters are petty.
I know.
That's just the way it is. The Hall of Fame voters, I take everything they say with a grain of salt. Because Antonio Gates is, probably top 5 tight end of all time.
Oh, easily.
So if you're top 5, even top 6 or 7 in what you do in the history of the game, you are a first ballot Hall of Famer.
Mm-hmm.
Simple as that. That's just me. Looks like a diamond is ready.
Oh, Ronald wanted it.
All right, Ron. He's like, enough's enough. I'm shutting the door. I want not 1, but 2 authentic helmets.
Love it.
In the diamonds.
Ron gets it.
That is the attitude, Ron. That is the attitude. Diamond double number 1. Go ahead and drop me 2 box numbers. We got ourselves Jason Pucci, Ronald Fiskus, Matthew Tobin, and Ronald Fiskus. You know why Jason Pucci's in here. He wants the Dawkins, yeah. I always say Pucci's Gucci. That's the guy. So we got 10 and 24 from Ron. All right, thank you, Alex. Double the boxes. We got Messi and we got Kobe. Some all-time greats. Or football, how about Eli Manning and Ty Law? Yeah. Right now, Ron, the NFC East is the hot division. There's a lot of NFC East hits. A lot of NFC East hits left in this series as well. For the practice squad, though, it's no doubt the NFC North is the one you want. But the hot division all day seemingly has been the NFC East. So that's 2 ways to take that. One is that, another NFC East is coming, it's hot. The other is that it's been so hot that we're not going to see NFC East.
True.
Depends on which one you believe. Now, Ronald, you are in the NFC East.
Oh.
The hot spot. Jason's got the NFC North, Ronald NFC South, NFC East, NFC West, and he's got the AFC North if it's a Pittsburgh Steeler. I'll tell you a Pittsburgh Steeler that's been known to be a filler in the diamonds, Hines Ward.
Yep.
That's a good one. Jason Pucci, AFC South and East, and Matthew Tobin, the Tobinator, in the AFC West. So we'll do 10 and 24 in the Diamonds. I love this series because it's a guaranteed authentic. It's not a mixer. You know what you're going to get. It's an authentic helmet, and it's always really, really good. Not kind of good. We're talking really good, Alex. All of these are just top-line helmets.
These are facts.
And this is a perfect example. This is just the filler. Not even a headliner, man. We got LaShawn McCoy on the Eagle lid. Ronald Fiskus, you've got the W. And would you look at that, Alex? 171034. What do you notice about that order number? That is closer magic.
Ooh.
The last spot in that double box break paid off handsomely, Ronald, with the beautiful LaShawn McCoy.
I mean, I love that Black Eagles helmet, too. And we were talking about Shady earlier. He was fantastic.
He was so good. Led the NFL in rushing yards, once rushing touchdowns, another time. 6-time Pro Bowler, more than 11,000 rushing yards. And if you add up his rushing and receiving yards, we're looking at about 15,000 for his career. Guy was a beast. LaShawn McCoy. He was one of those guys in the open field that I would not get near.
No.
He would just juke you and,
Oh, yeah.
house call LaShawn McCoy. So good job, Ronald. That's a filler in this series. So LaShawn McCoy, I think it was a secondary headliner in the practice squad. Might be like a main headliner in a jersey break or something. But in the diamond helmets, just the filler, Shady McCoy. Colin Rudiso's probably jealous right now.
Definitely is.
I think he'll be breaking tonight, and no McCoy for him tonight.
No, and wherever he ranks, there's not going to be many running backs that are going to be passing him in the future.
No.
Just the way the game's going.
Yeah.
A lot of these running backs in his era and before, it's kind of the last era of running backs that had longevity.
Yeah, the 11,000 rushing yards. There's very few guys that will touch that in the modern game. And not only is it longevity, but it's also more passing, but it's also more of these two-back systems.
Yeah, that too. You see it everywhere.
Everybody's let me get some offensive linemen, then a couple backs to do things.
Plus quarterbacks running.
Yeah, lots of quarterbacks running. That's how most of the quarterbacks are built.
I mean, Mahomes had how many big runs in that Super Bowl?
He runs more in the playoffs.
Yep.
I think he's kind of like, Jordan in his last year with the Bulls. He saves it for the fourth quarter. More jump shots, not going to the hole as much later in his career. Whenever he needed to, though, he would score late in the game. Mahomes, during the regular season, it's not that he's not trying, but he's avoiding injury, right? In the playoffs, whole body in the line, he'll run more often than he has to.
That's why they don't do the tush push.
No, they don't. They don't do it.
He got hurt, broke his kneecap the one year.
He did. That's right.
They've never done it since.
It did happen. 3rd and 1, they're giving it to Pacheco, and it didn't work in the Super Bowl. But 4th and 1 option with Mahomes worked out pretty well. Box 24. I do remember that. Gosh, that is right, Alex. That was a killer injury. Ooh, okay. Well, everybody likes a winner. Very few guys ever have won 3 Super Bowl titles. This guy has. Richard Seymour with the 3-time Super Bowl champion inscription and the 2000s All-Decade Team inscription. One of the best defensive players of that Patriots era, the early, eras. The Ty Laws, the Richard Seymours, Teddy Bruschi, these guys that helped Brady get his original 3 rings. So AFC East, look, Ronald had a bunch of spots. Jason had a bunch of spots. Both got a helmet. Nicely done, guys, in the diamond double box.
Could potentially be a trade, because I know Jason's the big Eagles fan. I'm sure if Ron would rather have the Richard Seymour, that's something that could be done. But, I mean, Richard Seymour, kind of so good. I mean, everyone says it's pass rushers and corners. It was Ty Law and it was Richard Seymour. Yeah,
and then Bruschi in the middle. They had all 3 levels. That Patriots, Rodney Harrison as well.
Back,
The safety.
Vrabel
they were
for a little bit.
Vrabel. That was a squad, the Patriots back then. So good job, Jason. Richard Seymour. The Patriot helmets look clean, too.
If Jason Pucci's out there, that could be a potential trade.
Oh, Jason, please be out there, right?
Yeah.
This would be perfect for him.
It literally would be perfect.
He's a big, big Eagle fan. Do we have a 3rd practice squad coming up? I think it just sold out, unless I'm Yeah, I think it just sold out, Alex, right?
The
Practice squad 3. Oh, never mind. It's wide open. My bad.
Yep.
8 to go in practice squad 3.
For 3 to go on the double, though.
3 to go on the double. Let's get that practice squad double, folks. Let's make it happen. I'll drop that link in. Here's probably the next break here. And that was a diamond break where we had 2 fillers. I said a 5 in 13 chance at a headliner, Alex. It's now a 5 in 11.
Ooh.
Almost 50%.
Still double up in the NFC East.
Jason Witten, Brian Dawkins, Michael Strahan.
Yep.
Some good possibilities in that break. So keep it moving, keep it grooving, guys. A lot of great authentic helmets to get to, both in the diamonds and the practice squad, even perhaps in the 1 in 4. The Cowboy triple signed, that is always good as well. Having a blast as always. Who said NFL fans? You know, off season for NFL fans. They don't know what to do with their lives. Well, come in our break room. We got plenty of NFL for you guys.
Football is king. I mean, the draft gets better numbers than NBA playoffs.
It does. That's true. NFL draft, not too far, but nothing the rest of this month.
Free agency is like
so
2-3 weeks.
Yeah. Well, rest of February, Alex. The only place for football is here. Forget the talk shows. Ultimate autographs, baby. Ron, if he's in the chat, if you're in the chat, Jason, let us know. If he's not in the chat, unfortunately, you guys could probably trade amongst yourselves. If he does show up this show, then we'll be sure to let him know.
Yep.
If anyone has Jason's contact info, hit him up. I'm sure he would be more than happy to do that trade, Richard Seymour for LaShawn McCoy. Yeah, 2 fantastic players, guys I grew up watching. They were definitely phenomenal. So 3 left in that practice squad double. Who's going to make that move? Who wants a little bit of practice squad action, right?
That's what I'm wondering.
I want to see some magic here in the UA Live break room.
Mike Alonzo hopping in.
What's Mike in?
That practice squad double, 2 away.
All right, Mikey Mike. Now, Mike is a Dolphin fan. He's got very, very good experiences with the practice squad. Last week in the practice squad, got a Chrome Flex Tyreek Hill. So that's been a very, very lucky break for him. Now, where's our guy Matthew McLaughlin?
That's not one. He's in and out.
Because Barry Sanders
I know.
is still out there with, what is that, 15 boxes left, Alex?
Is that it?
That's it, 15? Ooh, look at that stack.
Yeah, we've done 4 boxes.
4 boxes, 15 to go. J.J. Watt, Randy Moss, Adrian Peterson, Barry Sanders, Joe Montana, Ray Lewis. 6 in 15 chance. Better than a 1 in 3 chance at a headliner in here. And again, $90. You get a Barry Sanders authentic and an Adrian Peterson authentic. Those 2 lids together, well over $1,000 value for $90. $90. Even Randy Moss with his expensive autograph. You double up with Moss and Peterson, Barry Sanders and Moss, even on a jersey, Alex, we could be looking at 4 digits for the value for just $90 in that double box break. So Brandon Keegan, the Judge, and the Brady did go in the 1 in 4. But otherwise, a lot of good stuff in the 1 in 4, as always. Especially that Cowboy triple sign, the Pedro, the Bird, the KG as well. A lot of goodies in that 1 in 4, Brandon. But Brady and All Rise, Aaron Judge are gone in that 1 in 4. This is the one that's hot right now, obviously, Alex. 6 in 15 chance at a headliner. 4 authentic helmets left in the last 15 boxes. Practice squad is bumping. It's funny because we were just talking about Brandon Keegan and his fantasy team, Alex. It's kind of one of those back calls. Man shows up. Man shows up and attacks the break page. Let's get that 1 in 4 done. 3 spots to go in that double box break. And then now 1 to go in that practice squad double. Otherwise, kind of open right now, guys. Jerseys, 5 to go. Reps are 6 to go with the Rice, Aikman, and Tomlinson still out there. So we got options for you folks here in the break room. let's be honest, Alex, that practice squad is going to go this show. Might as well get it done quicker than, what's the saying, delaying the inevitable, right? Because it is inevitable that break is going to go. I mean, obviously, all those authentics are coming out. AP, Barry Sanders, Montana, Ray Lewis, the Watt rep. And that's going to be a hit video probably with all of those, honestly. They're all pretty good. Kind of hard to leave any one of those out.
I mean, we got 3 photoed headliners all in that NFC North with 15 boxes left. That's a 1 in 5 chance guaranteed that one of those guys comes.
Yes. And imagine getting both with the $90.
Yeah. Could get it at that closer spot.
That's where the double is going to be the hot break the rest of the day. I'm sure we'll do a practice squad single, but at least while those NFC North headliners are out there, the double is going to be coming in hot, hot, hot.
3 to go in the minis, too.
All right.
4 boxes left in that series.
Let's go. New mini helmet series coming up. It's going to be one of those mini, half jersey series with some bonus prizes, full-size reps.
Ryan Glover closing out that practice squad double.
All right, Mr. Glover. Ryan making the move.
The OJ did get pulled, Ryan.
The juice. So this is which number? Two in the doubles. So go ahead and drop me 2 box numbers. My fantasy credit won me a Mahomes and a Montana. Very good turnout, says Brandon.
I would say so.
That's not bad. Only quarterbacks, other than Brady, the 2 quarterbacks with the most postseason wins. Mahomes has just 1 less than Montana.
It's insane.
Speaking of Montana, he's out there in this series, guys.
Look at that.
And Daniel Kyler's ready. He's got boxes. He's got the steroid box and the Curtis Martin box, 25 and 28. Thank you, Mr. Daniel Kyler. So we got 2, 7, 8, 12, 27, 29, 32, and then 34 to 39 left. Thank you, Alex. Double the boxes and double the fun in this practice squad series. Had some good hits that were fillers too, though. I know usually the fillers are the minis, the jerseys, but have had some good filler hits in here as well, guys, for our practice squad break. So put the randomizer up here, and we will go 8 clicks. 6 clicks, excuse me. 6 clicks on the dice roll. Daniel Kyler, oh my. How about Daniel? That NFC North spot that is full of headliners. Brian Glick, MIZ, baby, NFC South. Christy, I found out it's Gardner, not Gardner.
Yeah.
If she allows me, I'll still call her Gardner. But it is Gardner, the pronunciation on Christy's last name. William Losey in that Montana spot. We got Tim McGraw's cousin, Jake McGraw, in the AFC North. Michael Alonso in that J.J. Watt spot, AFC South. Ryan Glover, AFC East. And Jeffrey Greco, who is hotter than a firecracker out there in the AFC West right now. Mr. Greco's been cooking. Cousins, Warner, already won here within the first hour of the 3 p.m. program. Looks like a mini helmet. We've got ourselves... Ooh. This is sort of a brief phenomenon this NFL season. It's Tommy Cutlets. Tommy DeVito. That's the NFC East. It's Christy G.
She's on fire.
She's heating up. What's up, Christy? Tommy DeVito. Had a couple of really good games for the Giants. Took out the Packers on Monday Night Football. And then he had this agent and was famous with the Italian look.
Gotta love it.
So I don't know what's going to happen with his career, but I feel like it's kind of at least a short run, something he'll never forget with what he did this last season, Tommy DeVito. So nice little filler hit there on Tommy D.
I mean, just the story and everything was awesome for those few weeks.
Yeah.
Played smart, good football.
He did.
He can maybe be a starter in this league, a very good backup. You never know.
I mean, honestly, I'll be completely honest. Between Daniel Jones, Tyrod Taylor, and Tommy DeVito, not much separates all 3 of them.
There's really not.
If any one of those guys starts, their odds to win are probably about equally even, for being honest. They, no matter who the starter is there, they need some help with the receiving core. That does go a long way.
Too.
All those sacks, too. Man, that Monday night game where they took like 1 million sacks.
Yep.
The Giants do need some help for sure. 28 is next. 28 of 40 is number 28 in box 28, Adrian Peterson. Ooh, baby. You ready for this one, Alex? This is glorious. You know what it be, Daniel Kyler. Straight cash, homie. Randy Moss. Let's go. You got Moss. Looking up at our monitor here on the top right for me, it's a stat jersey, 982 career catches, more than 15,000 receiving yards, 156 receiving touchdowns, the second most in the history of the National Football League, 1998 NFL Offensive Rookie of the Year. Had that 3-catch, 150-plus yards, 3-touchdown game on Thanksgiving against the Cowboys. NFL 2000s All-Decade Team, Minnesota Viking Ring of Honor, and Hall of Fame 2018, the great Randy Moss on the custom jersey. That's fire, says Brandon Keegan. Yes, sir, it is. Randy Moss.
Was it Daniel Kyler or Kyle Dissler that was saying that they had a long stretch of not winning?
It was Kyle.
Kyle?
Daniel had one when he first started.
He did.
Definitely got himself a little bit of box number mojo
Yep.
with Randy Moss. I love this one. The purple. I said this yesterday. I'm going to say it again. Ever since I started working here, purple is now one of my favorite colors.
Colin was saying that yesterday. He
Yeah.
just loves all the purple lids.
They look
and
so
everything.
good.
Yeah.
Everything purple just looks good in the break room, man. Nice. Thanks, fellas, says Daniel Kyler. Yes, sir. Randy Moss autograph. Very, very expensive. Definitely well worth it for $90 in the practice squad double box. So, cool. I might put it away only because we did Moss ×2 yesterday in the hit video.
Yeah.
We did 2 of them with the flex in the early show, the lunar in the night show. I'll let it marinate here on the desk. Give it its time, though, until the next break, Alex. Because I think it's going to be a bunch of authentic helmets on this hit video here.
We're actually 2 away in the minis. That's our closest break right now.
Let's get those minis, guys. The next practice squad wide open. We pulled the Moss, but all those authentics, Peterson, Sanders, Montana Lewis, and the Watt rep, all still out there.
Still double up.
I mean, I'm looking at 13 boxes. We have 5 photo headliners in 13 boxes.
Yeah.
Not too shabby. That looked nice next to the Montana, says Brandon Keegan. I think the Montana would look nice on this desk to salute the service authentic. That's what would look nice right now. I'll drop in the double box break link. And safe to say we should run back the practice squad, Alex.
Jeffrey Greco wants to. He got a spot in each.
Let's go, Jeffrey. And the single and the double wants to make sure he has a chance to get those sick headliners.
That's kind of the way to do it, honestly. Get
right.
one spot in each.
Guarantee yourself that if a headliner comes out, you at least had a chance to be in the break.
I like that.
That's a smart move there, Mr. Greco. Man knows what's going on. Jeffrey. I always say this about Randy Moss, man. For one play, one season, I know the cumulative numbers. I mean, I think he's the most talented receiver for me. But, he's got 15,000. Rice has like 22,000.
That's insane.
It's hard not to give Rice the GOAT edge. He's out there in those reps, by the way, Jerry Rice. But if I'm going for one season, this is who I'm taking, Randy Moss.
He could be the greatest wide receiver of 2000s.
Okay.
That's why he's got the decade right there. And Jerry Rice has the 80s and 90s.
Yeah, that's true. The 80s and the 90s.
Yeah, he gets
and
both.
parts of the 2000s.
Parts of the 2000s. But
Yeah.
Randy Moss can take the 2000s.
I agree. That's fair. Mini double, so we don't have any photo headliners left. There's only 4 boxes left, 2 breaks. We do have a secondary headliner, Chad Johnson.
Yep.
A little bit of Ocho Cinco, speaking of really good receivers in the 2000s.
Ocho Cinco was a great wide receiver. And,
was
he had
fantastic.
Carson Palmer, but he was banged up a lot of his career, so he didn't have that great of quarterback play either.
Another guy with the better quarterbacks could put up even better numbers. Mr. Ocho Cinco. He's a great FIFA video game player, Ocho Cinco.
Oh, really? I know he loves his soccer.
Really good at the FIFA. The World Cup last year, they did a FIFA challenge against him and the other guys, and he smoked them.
Oh, man.
He's a very, very good FIFA player, Chad Johnson.
Yeah, because I know he loves his soccer, and he was like a commentator for a
He
little
was
bit on there.
He was. They had Ocho Cinco each day, the top 5 plays of the World Cup.
Love it.
And going into the World Cup, he said Ronaldo's the GOAT. He left the World Cup saying Messi's the GOAT.
Some people, it takes a little while to learn.
It takes some time to learn. Not this guy. I learned it right away.
Yep.
Learned it nice and early. So, guys, let's run back the practice squad. Mini helmets definitely coming up here. 2 to go in those minis. Only 3 to go in that 1 and 4, by the way, as well. The double box. So that could be happening this program, too. So let's do a quick top-to-bottom rundown. Let them know about the break page. I know I did one of these earlier, but we're a little bit open right now. So some of the big names left in the 1 and 4 include Kevin Garnett, Larry Bird, some great basketball icons, the triple sign Cowboy Authentic, Staubach, Dorsett, Pearson. We do have a lot of great secondary headliners in here, Alex. Again, think about this. 2 of the most popular names in the sports world, in America at least, are Ronald Acuna and Tyreek Hill. Those could be on Post-it notes, and those autographs are still worth a bunch. The kids like these guys, the young kids. The guys that will be collectors in 10, 15 years, they like Hill and Acuna, the guys they grew up on. Their value is going to skyrocket, both of those 2 guys. Brian Dawkins, Amari Stoudemire, and speaking of increasing value, Corbin Carroll still out there in the 1 and 4. Diamond helmets down to 11. That includes another guy who's going to only get better and better. Jahmyr Gibbs, one of the best dual-threat running backs in the NFL. Top 5 or 6 tight end ever, Jason Witten. We got Brian Dawkins, top 3 safety of my era. And then we have 2 of the best New York legends of all time, Giant great Michael Strahan and Jet great Curtis, my favorite, Martin. Practice squad, like we've been saying lately here, 13 boxes left, 5 headliners left. And they're all full-size helmets, and they're all photoed headliners. Full-size J.J. Watt amp on the rep helmet. Then we have a full-size authentic. Look at that flash. Nice and shiny for the Vikings. Adrian Peterson, top 5 all-time in rush yards, top 5 all-time in rushing touchdowns. Another one of the best running backs of all time. Had he not retired early, would have been the NFL's all-time leading rusher, the great Barry Sanders on the retro line authentic. We got the J.J. Watt, like I said, 3-time Defensive Player of the Year on that rep helmet. And how about one of 3 guys ever with at least 3 Super Bowl rings and at least 2 MVPs? It's Mahomes, Brady, and Montana. Arguably the original GOAT. You know, before Brady came along, before Manning, before Breeze, before Mahomes, the GOAT was Joe Montana. Some folks still say Joe Montana's the GOAT. One thing that he does have over the other guys, Alex, 4-0 in the Super Bowl, Montana.
That's a great point.
Never lost in the big game. Joe Cool or Joe Montana. He was at the Super Bowl. I'm sure he was cheering for the Niners, but 2 teams he played for were in that Super Bowl game.
It's a win-win.
When I think of the Super Bowl, I think of Brady and Montana. The first 2 names I think of, and now, of course, Mahomes.
Yep.
So that's a 6 salute to service. Definitely always a good get, Joe Montana. Then other series still out there. Diamond single weight to go. That mini is only 2 to go. 4 minis left in the series. The reps have a lot of great players. I mean, talk about 90 stars, Rice and Aikman. How about 2000s running backs? LaDainian Tomlinson and Sean Alexander.
Yeah.
And some guys that like defense. Howie Long and Will Anderson still left in those rep helmets. Jerseys, 8 boxes left, 3 headliners left, including Chris Carter, including Lawrence Taylor and Brian Dawkins. Those Viking receivers seemingly grow on trees. You know, Moss and Carter teammates back then. Jefferson, Addison now. Even Diggs before that.
Yeah.
Another one of those Minnesota wideouts. So who's jumping in? Who's making moves here on the break page? Surprisingly, the practice squad has slowed down just a little bit, Alex.
I know.
A little bit. I mean, I know we pulled the Warner and Moss, but for me, like, again, personally, obviously these guys may disagree, but the best hit in this series for me, other than maybe the Bo Chrome Flex, has to be the Barry Sanders
Yeah.
retro lion.
Especially with the Lion King inscription.
Yeah, it's the Lion King on the top there. We don't really get that lid often.
No.
That looks like the lid he used to play in, Barry Sanders. As good as Jahmyr Gibbs is, as good as David Montgomery is, if Barry Sanders played on the current Lion team, they might have won the Super Bowl, Alex.
Yeah.
They might have won the Super Bowl with Amon-Ra, Sam Laporta, those guys on the outside, Barry Sanders running the ball, kind of unstoppable. Detroit would have been. Really good offensive line, too, this year for Detroit. So let's get that Barry Sanders. Obviously, Alex, I like the 1 and 4 and the Diamonds the best because those series have nothing but headliner-worthy names. But in terms of what's going to happen, the 31 people watching, what are they going to probably enter in? I think it's the practice squad.
I agree.
This is the place to be, the place to #party here in the break room. Don't forget the 1 and 4, though. There's a lot of unique items. The 1 and 4, I know a lot of photo headliners are gone, but there's always a bunch of unique items. Is there something you want to see right now? Like in person?
I mean, with the practice squad, it's got to be... I want to see a double up of Sanders and AP.
Okay.
That would just be sweet.
That makes sense.
The 1 and 4, I mean, just all the headliners still left. I love basketball, so Bird and KG, awesome. The Cowboys triple sign. I know we normally get the other one, but it's cool that we got the Staubach, Peterson, and Dorsett.
It's different, right? It's different. There's always a lot of Dallas fans out there. It's always a good trade bait for Cowboy Nation.
And then we just have a lot of young stars. I mean, secondary in the 1 and 4. Acuna just broke records this last year. He's going to continue to break records probably and be great. Jahmyr Gibbs and the Diamonds, amazing, great rookie season. It was all Bijan in the offseason, and it was Gibbs who had the better season.
Yeah, and I'm like you. I like looking at the current guys, the guys whose value could go up. And we're talking about like current stars. I mean, Hill and Acuna in the 1 and 4, and then of course, like you said, Jahmyr Gibbs in the diamond helmets on that beautiful lion. I kind of like both lion helmets.
Yeah.
Like that's the new school one, looks beautiful. The old school one for Barry Sanders also looks really good. That's the one for me though. The Barry Sanders is the one I want to see. Also, like you said, I'll give you one other one. Pedro Martinez.
Yeah.
I love Pedro Martinez. It's a beautiful Red Sox jersey. The most talented pitcher I saw as a kid. I would love to see a little bit of Pedro here in the break room on that Red Sox jersey.
That'd be nice.
So, guys, a few breaks that are definitely happening this show, though. Mini helmets 2 to go. And I'm pretty sure another practice squad, a double and a single should happen in this program, Alex. No doubt about that. Jerseys are the chase. We got to get at least one jersey left. We have 5 spots to go in the jersey break. So keep it moving, guys. Keep it grooving. Definitely want to get some breaks knocked out.
And then what do you guys want to see out there? I know we mentioned what we want to
Yes.
see. What do you guys want to see or see in the future that we don't have?
It's really what they want, not what we want. Like, what we want, almost doesn't matter. It's really about what these guys want here in the break room. I would think Barry Sanders sounds good. Adrian Peterson sounds good. But let us know what you guys are interested in here in the UA Live break room. Exciting time in the sports world right now.
Always.
We're really sad about football season being over. But we are just around the corner in March Madness.
Yep.
We have the NBA playoffs, the NHL playoffs, baseball. I think they're starting games this weekend, I think. Something like that. I think there's some exhibition games, spring training this weekend. We do have some good baseball and basketball stuff in that 1 and 4, by the way. Pretty exciting time as a sports fan, Alex.
Yeah, 100%. I feel like Colin was telling me he mentioned Marquette and then they lost. And then I mentioned UConn yesterday and now they lost. It's like whoever we talk about ends up losing.
Well, I mentioned UConn winning me a bunch of money on Saturday against Marquette. Then they lost for me last night against Creighton.
Apparently, I didn't know this. Let me double check the stat, but they've lost like 10 straight road games to ranked teams.
Oh, UConn?
Yeah.
It was the first time Creighton's beaten a number 1 overall team. I know that stat.
19 straight road losses versus ranked teams, UConn. Did not know that because they're their number 1 team. You would think
they did pretty good on the neutral courts in the March Madness last year.
I think that's why
UConn. Spring training starts tomorrow. So excited, says Chris Knowles. come and get those baseball hits. Acuna Jr., Corbin Carroll,
yeah.
future stars and current stars and future stars in the 1 and 4, and Pedro, all-time legend.
Corbin Carroll in his rookie year was amazing.
He
Led
was
the
so
Diamondbacks
good.
to the World Series. Who would have
So
thought that
good.
was going to happen?
So good. Cubs and Sox play on Friday, Alex.
Oh, yeah.
That's the
Nice.
preseason opener. Cubs and Sox on Friday.
Two teams that just don't want to spend money.
Oh, yeah. It's Cody Bellinger. The Cubs have not done his deal yet, I don't think.
Nope.
So we'll see what happens with him and the Cubs.
At least I'm used to it with the Sox not spending money. I don't know what the Cubs' excuse is.
I don't know. I think the Cubs management wants to make money, and some of those guys, sometimes they don't want to spend because they want to keep the money in their pockets. But
Yep.
that's just me, my general thoughts on that family that runs the team. But how about some breaks?
Yeah.
13 minutes since the last order. Cano likes the Braves.
Oh, man.
Come on.
Some of the fillers I've seen in the 1 and 4 with Braves.
Matt Olson,
Matt Olson.
John Smotes,
There was a
Tom Glavine.
There was a triple signed Braves photo that Nate Alberts gifted to Brandon Combs. It had David Justice, Dale Murphy, Tom Glavine, and I think someone else on it. It was insane.
And all those guys could be fillers in here. So Mariners are the only home. Well, you know what? I'll tell you what. I have seen some Mariner fillers in here.
Julio Rodriguez.
Julio Rodriguez is a filler. So the 1 and 4 could be a pretty good spot for a baseball fan right now.
That was Jason Pucci.
Jason Pucci, if you're out there, Ron might be interested in giving you a LaShawn McCoy authentic for the Richard Seymour.
Yep.
And Ron, you have the Patriots helmet, man. Isn't it Ron's? He's the guy that won it. Ron won the Patriots
Ron
helmet.
has the LaShawn McCoy.
Oh, Ron has LaShawn McCoy. Jason has the Patriot helmet. Chris has a Glavine signed ball.
That's nice.
One of the last 300 game winners, Tom Glavine. Yeah, was he the last? Either the last or one of the last to get 300 wins. Something that may never happen again, Alex. Speaking of things that don't happen.
I mean, we had a Nolan Ryan chrome bat in one of
Yes,
the 1 and 4s. We
that
had a
was
Mike Trout
sick.
chrome bat before.
Yeah, there's some good stuff in that 1 and 4. It's one of those breaks, once Brady goes, once Judge goes, these guys stay away, but there's still a lot of good stuff in the 1 and 4.
As long as Chelsea doesn't take the baseball.
Yeah.
It's kind of her thing.
Chelsea should be in the 1 and 4 because I'm looking at the photo of the headliners.
Oh, I know, Bert and KG.
And she can double up with Bird and KG.
Yep.
So it's Chelsea's time to strike if she's out there in Salurkin, like in Sulaco somewhere.
Oh, yeah.
Chelsea, that could be your time in that 1 and 4 break. So, yeah, I want to see a 1 and 4 break. I want to see what the fillers are in there. I know a lot of people get, focused on the headliners. I want to see what the 1 and 4 fillers are, Alex. Those are the ones I'm interested in. So, any good bets tonight, or are we breaking for betting?
I've not been. I'll be waiting till March Madness.
I've been so hot lately, and then I ruined it last night, of course, with the UConn bet. But tonight, I'm going to be betting hard on Inter Miami and Lionel Messi. I saw a plus 175 parlay, Alex. They're offering it over 2.5 goals for the game total. Messi goal and a Miami win.
Oh.
Plus 175. That's
Sounds
what I
pretty
call
good.
hashtag free money. So I'll be watching that tonight at 7 on Apple TV. I'll be watching the Messi documentary. There's an Apple TV World Cup documentary for Messi that came out last night at midnight.
Look at that.
It's my number 1 watch documentary. My number 2, I want to watch the Barry Sanders one. He's out there in the practice squad. I also really want to see the one with Randy Moss, the 97 Heisman Trophy race. Did you see that one on ESPN yet? Mm-hmm. I think it's on ESPN Plus, I believe. I can watch it, which I have that as well.
Interesting. Is that Ryan Glover?
Ryan Glover says Chad Johnson claims that a little birdie told him that Denver Broncos quarterback Russell Wilson will be joining the Pittsburgh Steelers.
It's interesting because I know the reports were that they
The
wanted.
Raiders, I've heard.
Well, with the Steelers, that they want to bring in someone, but not someone to take Kenny Pickett's job, just to kind of mentor him.
I don't know if
So-
Russell Wilson wants to do that.
No, I feel like Ryan Tannehill's the one for that, especially with Arthur Smith.
I personally don't think Kenny Pickett's the answer.
I don't either.
So
had
they
high
should
hopes
bring
for him.
in they should bring in a quarterback to just win now and then go from there. So got an NBA booklet card last night with 8 autos, including Steph Curry. Says Ron. There we go, Ron.
Ooh.
A little bit of Steph Curry.
I mean, would Steelers fans like that? Would you want Russell Wilson? Would you rather have Justin Fields, stick with Pickett, or draft someone?
I'd rather have Russell Wilson. Wilson has a relationship with Pittsburgh, says Ron. What's that relationship?
Yeah. That I don't know.
Is he just friends with Tomlin? I'd be like, hey, Mike, I want to play for you. Sign me. I think Pittsburgh is one of those organizations where they're so, like, win now focused. Obviously,
Yeah.
everyone has a rebuild, but I think Russell Wilson would be a great fit for them because they want to win now. They always want to win now. They don't want to rebuild. It's not the Steelers, Alex.
No.
It's not their way, man.
Oh, there we go. Jason is willing to trade the Seymour for McCoy.
All right, done. We can do that.
Yeah.
I think you have those away, but let me write up the Moss for you. But we'll make that trade. Jason Pucci's getting a LaShawn McCoy Eagle Authentic. And then we got ourselves... Well, Ron, that's the point. What Pittsburgh Steelers call the last 6 years of rebuild, they've been in the playoffs multiple times the last 6 years.
Had a winning record every year.
Yeah, that's the problem in Pittsburgh. The expectations are so high that if they go 10-7 and lose in the first round, it's a failure. It's like, well, us Bear fans, we go, we get 5 wins, 6 wins. We miss the playoffs every year, Alex. It's just a whole different type thing.
Craig Joseph.
What's up? Did Craig jump in?
Yeah, he said, give me Russell Wilson over any available quarterback.
Yeah. I mean, who's better right now?
I would...
For the current, I mean, I know you're talking, Fields, more potential long-term player, but I don't know if there's a better available quarterback. Well, maybe. Is he available, Kirk Cousins?
He's a free agent.
Kirk Cousins might be better.
I would rather have Kirk, even coming off the injury.
Oof. I mean, they're pretty close, like those two. Kirk Cousins and Russell Wilson, pretty close. I think Russell Wilson better historically, better in his prime. I do think, assuming Cousins is healthy, assuming that surgery went, Cousins might be a little bit better at the current moment. But I don't think it's going to be such a massive difference between those two. They're roughly on that same tier. I would go Kirk a little bit ahead, though. Perfect for the system for 2 to 3 years, says Craig Joseph on Russell Wilson. Wilson had a good year this last year. He did have a good year. I know Peyton doesn't like him, but man, he had some good games, Russell Wilson. Not a crazy amount of yards and touchdowns, but had a good touchdown to interception ratio. He took care of the ball. Did play really good football. I would say bottom half of the top half of quarterbacks, but I would say he was better than average this last year, Russell Wilson. Craig says I'd be fine with Cousins, just like Russ's swagger better.
I don't think his teammates do.
Okay. Cousins, did you not see the chains on Kirk Cousins?
Honestly, Cousins has more swag.
Cousins has some swag.
I would honestly say yes.
Kirko chains, baby, Craig. Kirk Cousins was just a secondary headliner in that practice squad, by the way. We did pull a Kirk Cousins earlier this program. Kirko chains, he's got some swag.
I think he's got more than Russ.
He's got white guy swag, but he's got swag. Kirk Cousins. I like Kirk Cousins. He's got what is it called? Dad bod, dad joke swag. Kirk Cousins. Craig says Steelers have the space to pay for a quarterback. Okay.
I think that's the thing. If with Russ and Kirk is you can just sign them. You don't have to give up anything. With the Fields, you got to give up something.
Yeah, got to
That's
give
the
up the
kicker.
future.
But he is cheaper for a year.
So I'm just saying, Craig. Kirk Cousins has a little bit different kind of swag, but he's got his own sort of swag.
I don't think Russell Wilson has swag.
I don't know if it's one of those things. It does seem like Russell Wilson, and maybe that's a leadership thing, it does seem like his teammates don't really seem to love him.
No.
He's Bo Callahan. That's what he is on draft day.
People don't go to his birthday.
Nobody went to his birthday party. Kirk Cousins. Ron had a dream that Cousins came to Pittsburgh. I'll tell you what. Both of those guys upgrade. Because, I mean, I'm sorry, but Kenny Pickett, for me, talented guy. There's always potential, but does not seem to be the guy there in Pittsburgh. I know certainly Trubisky was not. Mason Rudolph is the best quarterback on the roster, but he's not the long-term solution, Alex.
No, he's not.
Mr. Rudolph. So a lot of good headliners left. I thought the movie was good, Brian, personally.
It's very cheesy.
Nice
Very
pull.
cheesy.
Bo Callahan. Let's refresh the headliners real quick. Pharaoh brings up a great point. A lot of good stuff, Pharaoh. Again, 1 and 4 photo headliners left. KG, Bird, Pedro. We still got the Staubach, Dorsett, and Pearson. Pharaoh's a Cowboy fan. You mentioned this earlier. We get the Aikman, Irvin, and Smith very often. I get those guys are a little bit more iconic, but think about this. Roger Staubach, if you look at his numbers on an efficiency basis, on an era basis, he was statistically and factually a better quarterback than Troy Aikman. He was. Tony Dorsett, only running back ever that's top 10 all time in college rush yards and pro rushing yards. And then Drew Pearson, Hall of Fame wide receiver, the Hail Mary, the OG 88 for the Dallas receivers. So, for me, the two best 1 and 4 items, Alex, are not even photoed headliners. It's Tyreek Hill and Ronald Acuna Jr. Simple as that. Those are the two of the biggest names in sports. Got some great diamond helmets left. Jahmyr Gibbs, Jason Witten, again for Cowboy fans. Such an iconic tight end. This guy is as much of a Cowboy as anybody because there's very few Cowboys that played in the NFL longer than Jason Witten. Brian Dawkins is great as well. Come and get that B-Doc Weapon X. Do have Michael Strahan and Curtis Martin as secondary headliners left in those diamonds. Come and get it. If you guys don't have a Curtis Martin, my opinion, Alex, everybody's got to have one Curtis Martin in their collection. Because somebody comes over to your house and they look at that autograph and they're like in awe. You're all of a sudden the cool guy if you got Curtis Martin.
We got Mel Murdoch hopping in.
Which one is he into?
He is in the practice squad double.
All right, great job, Mel. Practice squad double is the one that makes the most sense right now. $90 a spot. Barry Sanders, Adrian Peterson, authentics in that one. Just want to clarify, this is a mixer, but the photoed headliners left, which include Barry Sanders, Joe Montana, Ray Lewis, Adrian Peterson, are all authentic helmets, plus J.J. Watt, which is a full-size rep. But $90 can get you two lids that are worth well over $1,000 combined. Barry and AP in that practice squad. 8 to go in the diamond single. 2 to go in the minis. This break will happen here. 6 to go in the reps. Adam says let's close a rep. Again, really big headliners left here. LaDainian Tomlinson, Jerry Rice, Sean Alexander, Will Anderson, Troy Aikman, Howie Long. I still think $90 for two lids worth more than $1,000 is just such a good draw, Alex. You add up the Sanders and Peterson value combined, gets you more than $1,000 value. 6 to go in the practice squad single, 5 to go in those jerseys, with the Chris Carter, Brian Dawkins, and Lawrence Taylor left in the jerseys. So it's more about subtle confidence for Russ, says Craig. Cousins has that Ryan Fitzpatrick and Deshaun Jackson's leather and gold swag. Yeah, he looks good. Let's close a rep, says Adam. Nicest signature I have is Dan Hampton, says Brooks. Yeah, that Dan Hampton one is clean. I think, I'll tell you what, though. You might like the Danimal Brooks. You see Curtis Martin, you get that Curtis Martin. Oh, I promise you, you will change your mind. Are you a producer, Russ? More worried about kissing babies than playing football. Maybe.
According to Sean Payton.
Yes. See, I also don't trust Sean Payton either, though. So
I trust him he didn't handle everything the right way, but I trust him about knowing a good quarterback.
He knew Drew Brees. Now, as good as Russell Wilson is, he's not Drew Brees. It's one of those, like, you're so used to somebody that's that good, it's kind of hard to go to the next quarterback, right?
Well, he also wanted Mahomes.
Yeah. Butkus has a nice sig. Yes, sir, Mel Murdoch.
Oh, yeah.
His is nicer, says Brooks. I just don't have one. Well, come and get one of the diamond helmets, Brooks. Curtis Martin, just a secondary headliner in those diamonds.
2 to go in the practice squad.
Which one, the double?
Double.
All right, that's coming up. Practice squad double on the way. What's going on, Mel Murdoch? It's been a hot minute, brother. Good to have Mel back in the break room.
Yeah.
Good to have ya.
4 to go in the jerseys. That's the chase. 2 to go in the minis.
All right. Bry got in that practice squad double as well. So thank you, Brian.
1 to go.
1 to go. Let's get the practice squad knocked out. I will put this Randy Moss jersey away because we got more headliners coming up on full-size Authentics, Alex. I'm only putting this away because we did Randy Moss in the hit video twice.
Mm-hmm.
I did do a jersey recently, Dan Marino. So somebody's got to get cut. Now, we might put him in the hit video if we don't pull some more Authentics, if it's just Kurt Warner, but something tells me there's going to be some a little late charge here during the 3 p.m. hour with the headliners left in the practice squad. So, put this one away. 84, the icon Randy Moss.
Chris Abermetz closing out that practice squad.
All right, thank you, Chris. This is our 3rd double, Alex?
Yes.
3rd double coming up in the practice squad. So, practice squad double number 3. Go ahead and drop me 2 box numbers, guys. Put the Randy Moss away. Mel Murdoch is ready. He wants 7, and he wants 38. John Elway. And, oh, hold on. Undo. Uh-oh. Hold on. Here we go. 7. Carlos Zambrano for baseball, football, 38. Oh, I got one. Snead, baby!
Oh, man.
The Chiefs!
Second best cornerback on the Chiefs.
See, you're a McDuffie guy. I like that.
He locked up Debo.
He did. Debo was no mo in that Super Bowl. They're both good. I mean, they're both fantastic. Such a great defensive backfield for KC, period.
Your boy, actually, Kurt Warner said McDuffie should have won MVP.
Yeah, they... I wouldn't go that far, but they never give it to defense.
No.
Nick Bolton had the most tackles, baby. Mizzou made 13 tackles for Nick Bolton. I think of all the Super Bowl MVPs Mahomes got, the last 2 were 50-50. I'd say 90-10 on this one. Mahomes, I definitely think, deserved the MVP this time around. So 6 clicks on the way, guys. I want both those guys back. And Chris Jones. The problem is, can the Chiefs pay them all, right? Somebody...
Well, now they can start restructuring Mahomes' contract, so I think
that's what they're saying. Yeah,
this last year was the worst.
The biggest cap hit. Yeah.
So they'll be fine.
Yeah. I mean, they... Oh boy.
Too many?
Too many. All right, let me pull up the YouTube, guys, real quick. It is after 6 clicks. Every once in a while this happens. I get a little bit too excited about the breaks.
It's because we were talking about the Chiefs.
That's what they... You got me, Alex. You got me.
It's because me and Brian are talking about the Chiefs, and then...
Thank you, guys. Or no thank you. So let's see what the spots were after 6 clicks here. 5.
We need to play like Jeopardy music when this happens.
I think what happened is that it like froze after again, and I thought it wasn't going. So this is the spots after 6. So I have done this before where I click back and it doesn't go back to what it actually was. So want to make sure you guys have the right spots. Mel Murdoch will have the NFC North up top. And Mel's got the last 2. Christopher Fox will be in the NFC South. I will copy and paste you guys into your proper spots here. So I can actually put in Mel times 3 here. AFC East, AFC West. Christopher Chromeflex in the NFC South. And then we got NFC East is... Chris Abermatz. Perfect. And then we got NFC West.
Mel.
Mel has 4 spots?
Yep.
All right, Mel.
And then it's Jeffrey and then Brian.
Okay, Jeffrey's AFC North.
Yes.
And then Brian's got the AFC South. Brian.
Ooh.
JJ. A little bit of JJ in everybody's life. So those are the proper spots, guys. I did want to show you guys exactly what I did there to get the right spots. So, here we go. We got box 7 to kickstart the party here in the double box break. 7 of 40 in the practice squad. It's a full-size rep. Is it JJ? We've had some filler reps. Oh, this one is definitely a headliner. JJ Watt on the amp, baby. AFC South, Brian Click. Mr. Glick, you've got yourself one of the best defensive players in the history of the National Football League. 3-time Defensive Player of the Year, JSA certified. No players won more than him. Donald and Lawrence Taylor got 3 as well. Yep. More importantly, one of the best all-around people in football. Whenever Houston had those issues, he's always there. Big community guy, great person, JJ Watt. He was part of the CBS Super Bowl coverage, the AFC Championship game. This is one of the biggest names in sports and one of the nicest guys out there on one of the coolest helmets I've ever seen, the Texans amp.
Yeah.
So, woo, says Brian. That's fantastic. Nice hit, Brian, says Mel. Yeah, that is very, very nice. A little bit of JJ Watt. Yeah, this is going on the table here.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, this one we'll probably do in the hit video. We don't do Texans all that often. We don't get amps in the room all that often. That is what I call an easy hit video decision for JJ.
I really wish he would have went to the Steelers that last year instead of the Cardinals.
You think so?
That would have been
awesome. Fun, yeah. And the host OG Game Show tags, says Brian. There you go. JJ and TJ should be tied for deploy. Dang it, says Craig. I think TJ only has 1. He should have 2, or is he saying he should have 3? I think TJ's
he's
got...
saying they should be tied.
TJ's got 1. He should have at least 2, but maybe Craig thinks 3, perhaps. So, there you go. Sean, I'm not sure what break you're calling out numbers for. Just to clarify, you have to be in the break to call out box numbers.
He's saying he should have 3.
Oh, 3 in his
Probably
opinion. Man, maybe he's the best in the game. I guess I have to look through the stats. What other year should he have won, Craig? Because for sure, TJ should have won this last year.
Last back-to-back.
Yeah.
Probably should have had another year.
Yeah. Well, the year before he was hurt, I think it was Bosa who got it. Because it was Watt, then Bosa, now it was Myles Garrett. So Craig says at least 2. And no problem, Sean. No problem at all. So good job, Brian, on the JJ Watt. So all the headliners left in here now are authentics. Mm-hmm. Sanders, Peterson, Montana, Ray Lewis, all full-size authentic helmets. And we are running out of boxes, Alex. Which means the headliner ratios are, holy moly, really, really good.
2020.
2020 led the league in sacks. Bo Jackson did go, Charles. But more authentics up for grabs. Adrian Peterson, Barry Sanders, Joe Montana, and Ray Lewis. We got box 38 of 40. Who got the... Oh, Aaron Donald in 2020. Okay, well, I guess Donald's a tackle. He would get less sacks, but he also gets a lot of sacks. So Donald was really good that year as far as I remember, but I'd have to really crunch the numbers, Alex, to just confirm. We got an authentic. We got one of the all-time greats. How about Joe Montana, baby? The Salute to Service authentic. USA flag on the back. Fanatic certified. Congratulations, Mel Murdoch, on Joe Montana. 4-time Super Bowl champion quarterback. The only quarterback with more Super Bowl wins, Tom Brady. Montana's got 3 Super Bowl MVPs, 2 league MVPs. Only guys with that amount of MVPs and Super Bowl MVPs and Super Bowl rings. It's Brady, Mahomes, and Montana elite class. One of the best quarterbacks of all time, the great Joe Montana.
He's the only one undefeated.
Yeah, 4-0, baby. I think Bradshaw was too. But Bradshaw got 1 MVP. Montana got 3. So he was a little bit more impactful in those Super Bowl runs. Scouting reports. Cool and calm like Montana.
Yep.
Clutch. Leader. The stats were great. The rings were great. This is what a quarterback is. A guy that leads the team in the battle. Joe Montana, one of the 5 greatest quarterbacks to ever play the game. Mel Murdoch, I had 4 spots in that break. I'll tell you what, Alex. What is what? 4 times 90? 360? This is worth more than 360, Mel.
Yep.
Definitely worth it on your Joe Montana Salute the Service Authentic helmet.
Oh.
That's fantastic. Thanks, says Mel. Attaboy, says Craig. Attaboy indeed on Mr. Montana.
Still got that AP and Barry out there, too.
That's the double up. That's the dream double up. How many left? 3, 5, 11 left.
11 left.
11 boxes left, guys. Who wants that double up of Barry Sanders and Adrian Peterson in the NFC North? I know I want to see it. Alex wants to see it.
Mm-hmm.
Who wants to make it a reality?
Complete our hit video.
Yeah, right? That's the hit video. 2 to go in the practice squad single, though.
Yep.
You can get those for $45, which is also a really good bargain indeed. So once we get that single done, there's going to be 10 boxes left. And if those headliners are out there, it gets really, really quick how quick that series will go, Alex. I'll tell you that.
Mel Murdoch wants to do another double.
He bought the whole thing?
Half of it.
Half the thing for Mel. Who's going to get the other half? And if I'm out there watching, I'd hurry up and get the single, because if you guys don't get those 2 single spots...
Christopher Fox did.
Okay, there you go, Christopher. He knows the double's going to sell out first. Here, Alex. So let's do practice squad single, right?
Yep.
So practice squad single. Go ahead and drop me a box number, guys. First come, first serve. This is our 3rd single. Jeffrey, William, Chris, and Christopher here for the practice squad single. Looking for $45 for a Barry Sanders authentic. Adrian Peterson authentic. Ray Lewis authentic. Those are all well worth it here in the practice squad. So keep it moving, keep it grooving, guys. Let's knock out some more of these breaks. So I'll give these guys about 30 to 40 seconds on a box number. If I don't have a number, I'm going to the wheel. Once we go to the wheel, all box numbers are final. So once the wheel is up, even if I haven't spun it yet, once that wheel's on the screen, we're going with what the wheel decides. So if you want that number, now's that time, guys. Looks like 2, 8, 12, 27, 29, 32, 34 to 37, and 39 are left in the practice squad. And let's not forget the jerseys. That is our chase today. You guys want to get a wheel spin, knock out those jerseys. Chris Abramatz wants the LeGarrette Blunt box. Blunt Force Trauma, number 29 in the practice squad single box. Thank you, Alex. Let's make things happen here. 6 times on the way. We got 4, 5, and 6. Chris has the NFC North. NFC South is Christopher. William Losi, NFC East. NFC West, Jeffrey Greco. Chris Abramatz, NFC West. Jeffrey Greco, AFC North. Chris in the AFC South. Christopher, AFC East. And Chris has the AFC West here. Box 29 of 40 in the practice squad. And we can't pull all 3 authentic headliners in this break no matter what. In fact, we're not going to have any authentic headliners. We're talking plenty about Russell Wilson earlier. Here's one of his better receivers this last season from the Denver Broncos. Former Biletnikoff Award winner in college for the top wide receiver. Alabama Crimson Tide, Denver Bronco, Jerry Jeudy.
Ooh, that's nice.
The beautiful orange and blue jersey, dark blue. Very, very talented wide receiver. He's put up solid numbers, but I feel like there's a next gear to Jerry Jeudy. This guy's got a boatload of talent. Congrats, Chris Abramatz, on your Jeudy jersey. So it looks like the next double sold out.
Yes, it is.
That was quick. And now 10 boxes left, Alex.
That's what we like to see.
10 left in the practice squad. Want to see some magic. That's what we want. Jerry Judy.
2 to go in those jerseys, too. 2 to go
Alright.
in the minis.
Let's get all those knocked out. Definitely for sure the jerseys for the wheel spin. And the minis have been 2 away for a hot minute. I usually say if a break is 2 or less spots away, fills up within 10 or 15 minutes. It's been kind of weird that one is not filled yet.
Oh.
2 mini helmets for those $47, by the way. It's $23.50 per mini. It's technically the lowest entry point in the break room.
Yeah.
So we'll put Jerry Judy away. I want to see someone get that Sanders and Peterson double up.
That's what I'm saying.
That just would be such a fantastic thing to see in that practice squad. All right, so I know Mel has at least half. Jeffrey's got 1, and Chris has 3. Practice squad. Is Chris the Raven fan?
Maybe.
What's your squad, Chris? Remind me, Chris.
I don't know this, Chris.
Yeah, Chris he was in last night. I could be wrong.
We have a lot of Chris's.
We do have a lot of Chris's. It's easy to get them mixed up. That's Chris N in that one. Mel Murdoch wants Terry Bradshaw and Jerome Bettis, 12 and 36. Thank you, Mel. 12 going off the ticker, and then I guess I'll just individually write him. 34, 30, hold on. Was it 34 to 37, right? Yep.
We got 2, 8,
Okay.
7.
2, 8, 27,
Yep.
32, 34, 35, and 39.
And 37.
And 37, yep. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 8 boxes left, right? Yep, 8 left. Ticker is right. The last 8 boxes are on there for you guys. Now we got 12 and 36 here. Got some great stuff left in the practice squad.
Yeah.
$45 for an authentic, or $90 for potentially 2 authentics. Not bad, Alex. Not bad at all here in the UA Live break room. 4:42, guys. We'll be on to at least 5 o'clock. After 5 o'clock, Alex, we'll see where we're at. Probably knock out that jersey break 4:40, 4:55, 5-ish, depending on where we're at in the breaks.
Mm-hmm.
Mel's got that coveted NFC North spot. Looking for Peterson, looking for Sanders. We got Chris in the NFC South, NFC East. NFC West is Jeffrey. Mel's got that Ray Lewis spot, AFC North. In fact, he's got the rest of the AFC, minus the AFC West, which is Chris. Box 12 coming up. 12 of 40 in the practice squad. Ooh. This one right here makes me want to break out and dance. We got Icky Woods, former Bengal running back. Had that famous dance. Mr. Icky Woods, AFC North for Mel Murdoch.
Here we go.
The Bengal lids are phenomenal. The orange and black with the stripes. JSA certified. These bad boys pop, Alex. So the headliner odds just got better.
Yes, they did.
3 photoed authentic headliners left in 9 boxes. It'll be 8 after the next box I do. So we're going to have at minimum 2, if not 3 authentic headliners left after this next box, Alex. Not too shabby if you guys want to run it back this show. Otherwise, the guys tonight will gladly tackle the rest of the series. Because I do anticipate the practice squad being out of the room. Do anticipate that being the case here tonight. Alright. Oh, this one. Okay. We got ourselves box 36 here. 36 of 40. Feeling kind of heavy. We did have a Jonathan Ogden filler authentic, though, Alex. So heavy does not guarantee a headliner, but it does give you pretty good odds. Simply put, the hit of the show, the Lion King, Barry Sanders on the Lions authentic. NFC North, Mel Murdoch, you've got Barry Sanders. Bye-bye, Barry, here in the break room. My goodness, such a great hit. The retro line authentic. Every single season this guy played, he was in the Pro Bowl. Every single season, more than 1,000 yards rushing. One of 8 guys with 2,000 yards or more rushing. Simply unstoppable. Didn't have the line of Emmitt Smith. Didn't have the team of Emmitt Smith in the 90s. But you couldn't stop this guy. He would juke left, juke right. He'd spin. He'd be in the house. Incredible right there. Leave some for the rest of us, Mel, says Craig. Aw, man.
He came in and he conquered.
He conquered. Yes, Barry, says Mel. Yes, sir. Barry Sanders, Lion King inscription on the line authentic. Yeah, that is the hit of the show, I think. Obviously, you know, some really good hits. I mean, Montana, Warner, Watt. But Barry Sanders, I think, takes the cake for me on the retro authentic.
Oh, yeah.
So I think all 4 of these could be in our hit video, Alex. So we can also add Adrian Peterson as well, Ray Lewis, if these guys want more practice squad tonight. So we did knock out the minis and the jerseys. Good job, guys. Good job for getting those 2 knocked out.
You guys get it. They get it.
I want to see breaks that happen. That's what we love as well. So great hit and great classic lion lid, says Craig. Awesome. Congrats, Mel, says Daniel, looking at my restream chat here. Good job, guys. Couldn't agree more. Mini double number 1. Go ahead and drop me 2 box numbers. We got Brian, we got Ryan, we got Mike, we got Chris. 2 Chris's. Chris George and Chris Knowles. And JJ James Jawls. So we got Chris Knowles with 16 and 26. All right, sir. Get those 2 off the ticker in the mini helmets. And those are coming up. The Joe Montana and Michael Bennett boxes. Michael Bennett box, 26. I've missed him. He hasn't been here much lately.
Michael.
I have a feeling he might be back soon, though, Alex. We'll see.
Oh, yeah.
We shall see. All right, mini helmet break. There is 2 boxes coming out here. Good luck, guys. Let's get you some heat. Maybe a little bit of Chad Johnson here in the break room, Alex. A little bit of Ocho Cinco here at UA. Wouldn't that be nice? Ooh. All right. We got 5, 6 clicks. Brian's got the NFC North. James in the NFC South. NFC East is Chris. NFC West is Mike. James has the AFC North. Brian's got the AFC South. Chris AFC East. And Ryan AFC West. We'll do 26 first. Then we'll do 16 next in the mini double box. Ooh, another Eagle. Oh, I like this one. This is actually a fantastic filler. We got one of the smallest guys in league history, but definitely a fantastic player. Super Bowl champion inscription, Darren Sproles. Part of the 2000s All-Decade team as a returner. I think it was 2011, Alex. He had the single-season record for most all-purpose yards. Kick, punt return, receiving and rushing. No one's beat that record, and maybe no one will ever break it with how few returns we see these days.
That's what I was just going to say.
NFC East for Chris George. Curious George, Chris George with Darren Sproles. Very nice on the Eagle Flash Mini. Clean, clean, clean right there, Chris. Definitely like that one, brother. Good get. And then we'll do the jersey break, and then what are we close on right now, Alex?
We're pretty open for the most part.
All right, so I think we'll do the wheel spin probably after the jersey break. And then we're going to reassess things at 5 o'clock. If the breaks are moving, if we're close, we're making some movement, we're going to go a little bit past 5 o'clock. But if no one else gets in the next 11 minutes, we might call it a show at 5 o'clock.
This is the Move the Chains mini. This carried over from last night, actually.
Yes. Frank, you were in a mini break last night, Frank. I do remember seeing you in a mini break, so I'm guessing that you were in an earlier break last night, Frank C. I remember commenting about his name, so did Frank win last night? Do you have him in W last night. He was definitely in one of the breaks last night.
Yeah, he was in the last mini break yesterday. I will check if he won.
Yeah. Sean Blasco, we don't have any refunds. We don't offer refunds unless there's a mistake made. What I could offer you, though, man, we can give you 2 spots in a practice squad single if you would like. But there's an Adrian Peterson authentic and a Ray Lewis authentic.
That double just got 3 more spots in it.
So there's 4 spots to go.
Yeah.
That break is going to happen soon. So.
And Frank, you did not win.
Frank did not win, unfortunately.
You can go back and rewatch the show from last night if you want.
A lot of minis last night.
Yeah.
Box 16 is next. 16 of 30 in the mini helmets. Oh, I think we had this as a filler in the practice squad. Kind of funny. Used to it on the Bengal. It's Chad Johnson on the Patriots right there. Chris Knowles, nice lunar mini. A little bit of Ocho Cinco. Let's dance, Chad Johnson. And that is absolutely fantastic. Love this hit. Chad Johnson, like I said earlier, 6-time Pro Bowler, led the league in receiving yards in 2006. More than 11,000 for his career. Guy was absolutely fantastic. So, good job, Mr. Knowles. And I do want to clarify real quick, Sean Blasco, we don't offer refunds. Only time there's refunds if a break oversells or if we make a mistake. But if you're in a break, you stay in that break. The break fills up whenever it fills up. We do allow guys to move from a practice squad double to a practice squad single, but I don't know why you would do that because the double is only, 3 spots to go, 4 spots to go?
4 spots to go, now it's halfway
Yeah.
there. We would normally only do that if the break's not moving.
Yeah. But the break is moving, so I would say, Sean, your break will happen. I don't know what he was chasing, maybe Barry Sanders, but I would say Adrian Peterson and Ray Lewis are some good names to get. So, we have Chris saying traded a full-size Danny Amendola rep for an all-white full-size rep Chad Johnson. This will look good. There we go. All due respect to Danny Amendola, but man, you got a good front on that trade because Chad Johnson was a considerably better player than Danny Amendola. But a lot of guys do like those, secondary guys sometimes. The sort of like the...
Well, especially if you were a Patriots fan, you'd rather have the Danny Amendola.
That does make sense. Yeah, makes sense. He was longer with the Patriots. Jersey break is coming up next. Jersey coming up. Jersey single number 1. Go ahead and drop me a box number. Then we'll do the wheel spin, and then we shall see, Alex. I would say I want to get... Obviously, if the breaks really heat up, we'll fight, Colin, Steven. We'll be here till as late as 5:50, 5:55. But in all likelihood, we're nearing the end of the show. We'll give these guys a chance to prep. I do want to get one more break done.
That practice squad double's the one to do.
Yeah, 4 to go. I'm dropping that link in. That's by far our best bet for a break for this show. That's the move to make. Box 23, thank you, Jules. 23 going off the ticker in the jerseys here. All right, winding down in the jersey break as well. We are moving and grooving on pretty much all our series here. I was like, if we didn't do a chase wheel spin, it was going to be crazy.
No.
We didn't do one earlier today either.
No, that's why it would have been really weird.
That was spooky. Spooky here in UA. I heard Colin fights 36 Daniel
you
Kyler.
know it, Daniel. You know it.
Of course he does.
He's an Eagles fan.
They are dirty.
Yes, they are, Christopher Taylor.
All of those guys are out there. Tyreek, Acuna, and the Celtics. All of them out there in the 1 and 4. And that break is also only 3 spots to go.
Yep, 3 spots to go in the double.
And again, I tell these guys, they get so caught up in the graphic. But 2 of the biggest names left in the series are secondary headliners Tyreek Hill and Ronald Acuna Jr. Those guys could be on photos, on napkins, on Post-it notes. And they're still awesome, period.
Corbin Carroll's the guy to get to. He's going to be an all-star for a long time.
Agreed. 6 clicks, Jason Pucci up top. He's got the NFC North. James Joles looking to be jolly in the NFC South. NFC East is Jason. NFC West is Jeffrey Greco. Jeffrey AFC North and South, Sean AFC East, and James AFC West. Now, Jason Pucci's an Eagle fan. He wants that Brian Dawkins. Brian Dawkins jersey, perhaps. Not the Dawkins, but he's going to get himself a former Pro Bowl running back in the NFC East. It's Clinton Portis on the Washington jersey. Another one of those Miami Hurricane backs. He was a Bronco, then became a Washington, at the time the Redskins. That is a custom jersey right there. That's the NFC East. Jason Pucci is Gucci, baby. Clinton Portis. Very nice. So those type of questions, Chris, go to our customer service team. Obviously, all our hosts try to show the randomizer at all times. I'm not sure exactly what happened on Saturday, so I don't know for that situation. I would email customer service, and they will take a look into it for you, Chris. I don't know if they're saying that they had something and his spot was supposed to win. I was not here Saturday, so I don't know exactly what happened there. But that sounds like a customer service question where you explain the situation, send them the video, and then we can look into it more in detail. And then obviously the randomizer goes up all the time. If we forget to click a button, that could happen, but that is obviously few and far between here in the break room.
Very rare.
I've never personally done that, but I think it could happen in theory. So there we go, Sean. Got in the practice squad. There we go, Sean.
Yeah, just let customer service know what time, like if that was the noon, 3 or 6 p.m. show.
Yeah.
And what break.
Yeah, they'll look into it for you, man. Let me drop that customer service email. Again, we're breakers. We do get consulted with customer service stuff, but some of that stuff on the air, we don't really like to make those flip decisions on the air. The customer service team consults our break team, but that squad is always really good. They do come up with a good solution for you guys.
Shout out Luke, best in the biz.
Yeah, Luke. Okay. Well, I don't know if that's what they told you. Again, I don't know. I actually didn't get to watch Saturday. Messi was over, so we were having some quality dog time on Saturday. So I don't know if they told him that they randomized and they didn't and no one saw it, but yeah, you'd have to try to provide them with the show time so they know what show to look for, what break, so on and so forth.
Helps everyone out a lot.
Yeah. Because, obviously, we're busy breaking right now. We're not pulling up the Saturday show in the middle of our Wednesday afternoon show. But the customer service team will do that. That's what they're going to do. Take care of issues. How's that practice squad double looking, Alex?
It is 3 away.
3 to go in the practice squad double. So I'm going to knock out the chase wheel spin, and here's what we'll do. It is 4:58. If that practice squad double is sold out by 5:05, we'll break it. If it is 3 away or 2 away, we're hopping off at 5:05. If it's 1 away, I'll probably give them a few more minutes to fill it up. But that'll be like a few more minutes if it's 1 away. Best case, let's get that knocked out by 5:05, Alex. Again, if no one else gets in or only one person gets in, you guys will have to wait till 6 o'clock for that practice squad double box. And I guess I can just take these jerseys. I'll just take the names from this break because that is our chase wheel spin here. You got it, Christopher. No problem, man. No problem at all. I always say this about our break team and our company, Alex. We are not guys breaking out of someone's basement. This is a professional studio. We have a marketing team. We have a customer service team. This is the most trusted company for memorabilia. Everything is legit. We just have certain channels we go over because that customer service team gets paid to do customer service. I don't get paid for that. So they will take care of you always, guys, here at UA. So 6 clicks, top name getting a gift card here, a wheel spin and a gift card. It is going to be Sean Bueller. What's up, Sean? So congrats, Sean. Let me know what number you want to start on, man. Otherwise, we'll start you on 1. And 2 to go in the practice squad double. Does look like that's going to happen this program, Alex. Should happen this show. So I'm going to start Sean on 1. I'll give him about 30 to 40 seconds here. Otherwise, 1 it shall be. And kind of like what you and I said earlier, it was going to close out during our shows, or there was going to be like 3 or 4 boxes left. Yeah, so it's makes sense. He says, heck yeah, buddy, 72 for the fridge, William Perry. Let's refrigerate this bad boy, 72. There's not many other 72s out there. So we'll go with the fridge. Spinning this bad boy, Sean. Ooh, I've been good lately. Still though, $17. It is better than $0, I'll tell you that. $17 gift card headed Sean's way. So, like I tell these guys, as long as orders are coming in, we'll stay on the air for you guys. But when it gets to be about 5 o'clock, 5:15, we do have guys that have a 6 o'clock show. So we'll hop off here shortly unless you guys fill up this practice squad. 2 to go in that double. Otherwise, mostly open. I mean, I'm careful to say that that's the break that's going to happen because we know very well in this break room, one person can buy all 8 spots at any moment.
That is correct.
So anything is technically possible, but the practice squad double is very, very doable. So Glover P will personally vouch for Luke. It does sound better when they vouch for him than us.
Yeah.
He says Lucas in customer service is great. That is why UA is number 1, quick response, and very professional. He is really, really on top of it. With that said, he typically works 9 to 5. So I know he's saying quick response. He does work after 5 often, but it's possible he's gone home for the day. So I know he says quick response. He's quick as soon as he gets it. So it's possible if you reach out to him now that he gets back to it tomorrow at 9 in the morning. Monday to Friday on his business days. Typically on the weekends, obviously, probably won't be here.
Another guy, Mel.
Mel says he'll second that. He's good. That's what makes UA special. The entire staff is good. You know, on the air, behind the scenes, a lot of great people that make this company a very, very special place. No doubt about that. So 2 to go in that practice squad double. Let's make it happen. I don't want you guys to wait 55 minutes till 6 o'clock. I know you guys want that break right now. A chance at Adrian Peterson, a chance at Ray Lewis. 2 full-size authentics left, Alex. And how many boxes? 8?
Yeah.
8 boxes left in the practice squad. That is it. Probably the last break of the show, unless somebody buys out one of these other breaks. We're not that far off, though. 6 to go in the reps, 6 to go in the jerseys. Those do have some movement. 4 to go in the 1 and 4 single, 3 in the double. Okay, fine. I'll pat you guys back, too. You are the best. Thank you, Mel. I was waiting for it, Mel. Thank you, Mel. Gosh. All about Luke back there. Where's the love, Alex? For you and I. I'm just messing. I do appreciate that, Mel, though. That is very, very nice, man. I do appreciate that, brother. A lot of hardworking people here at UA. I've been around here longer than you, Alex. 2.5 years. The current staff we have, both on the air and behind the scenes, the hardest working staff and the best staff UA's ever had. No doubt about that. No doubt about that. Production staff, on-air staff, marketing, customer service, shipping, HR, everybody here does a really, really good job.
Mm-hmm.
So the question is, are you guys going to do a good job?
Yeah.
Because it is 5:04. We're 2 away. I hate being in that awkward spot. Awkward spot of waiting to, get a break done.
I know.
It's a very, very awkward spot and one I hate to be in.
We do not have another series after the practice squad.
Yeah, we don't. But we will soon. I'm guessing probably tomorrow. These guys have knocked out so much stuff, Alex, that we're a little thin on the series, but there's more coming. Thursday's a big production day for our production team. I imagine we'll have some fresh series. Actually, I know of one series in particular tomorrow you guys will want to tune in for. So there is some reinforcements on the way on the break page. No doubt about that, guys. But as far as tonight, I think those guys went home as well. So there won't be a backup to practice squad. but I do think it's going to be a good chance to focus on the reps and the 1 in 4. Because there's a 10 in 21 chance at a headliner in the reps, including Tomlinson, Aikman, and Rice, and a 9 in 23 chance in the 1 in 4, including Bird, Tyreek Hill, Acuna, KG, Pedro, Cowboy triple signed. There is some really good specialty series to knock out tonight. There is going to be a new series in the room, though, Alex, because we have one of those can't miss mini and jersey combos, the mixer.
So that'll be after the minis.
That'll be after the mini helmet. So there's going to be a fresh series. As soon as the mini helmets go, it's a jersey mini mixer, and there's 2 bonus full-size rep helmets. I think it's Gronk, and who was the other one? I think Trevor Lawrence. Is that right? I think it's Gronk and Trevor Lawrence are the bonus prizes there.
No, Sean, that double still is not filled. It's 2-way.
Yeah, 2 to go on the double. This was a jersey single here. Oh, there is 1 to go now in the jersey break here, it looks like. Did someone just get a bunch of jerseys?
It was Sean.
Ah, all right, Sean. All right, well, I'm already 1 minute past the deadline. I'm going to be super nice, but this one has to be full, Alex. Both of these. 5:06, whatever's full by 5:10 will break. Otherwise, at 5:10, we're hopping off the 1 jersey spot, the 2 practice squad spots. Those are carrying over to the guys at 6 o'clock today. 4 minutes for 3 spots. Plenty of time to make it happen.
Yeah, we did pull that Barry.
We did pull it. Barry Sanders. Good news about Barry Sanders, though.
He'll be back.
He is one of the most common names we get in our break room. I would say of the truly great players, apart from maybe Tyreek Hill, probably the most common name we see in our break room, Barry Sanders.
Like Lawrence Taylor.
Lawrence Taylor, too. Yeah. Montana, I know as well.
Montana's
but
another one.
I still feel like Tyreek and for me, Barry are up there all the time.
Those guys, Emmett.
Jay Jettas.
But
those are not names you get sick of.
No, never.
I don't get sick of those names. No doubt about that. Never get sick of those names. So, 3 minutes. Looks like I know what I'm saving up for, says Sean. Or you could just get Adrian Peterson right now. If you like running backs, 2 spots to go. Adrian Peterson, full-size authentic left in the practice squad. So, again, I've already given them 2 minutes past my original deadline, Alex. If these are not full at 5:10, Colin and Steven will get some momentum for the show. Order coming in.
Yep.
What is it?
The jersey.
Jersey. All right, jersey is full. We'll do the jersey break. And then if the practice squad is ready, we'll do it. Otherwise, we'll let the guys handle that at 6 o'clock. And unfortunately, I did already do the jersey wheel spin. This is why you want to get those jerseys when it's the wheel spin done a little bit quicker. I'm not doing a second wheel spin, but we'll do the break though, Alex. That is the case. Jersey single number 2. Go ahead and drop me a box number. Oh, dang. Auction for Jason Kelsey signed Super Bowl speech, but the seller canceled it with 1 hour to go, SMH. Well, that stinks. I got news for you, Sean. We never cancel anything here at UA.
Nope.
12, 3, and 6 every single day. No canceling here, I'll tell you that much, man. We got Courtney in this break. Courtney Stanek, new customer. Sean Bueller, excuse me, and Jason Pucci. So I'll give you guys 30 seconds on a box number. Otherwise, I'll head to our wheel to the side. And Christopher Fox, I think, got the practice squad, right?
Yes, he did.
I thank you, Christopher. So we'll do that next, and that'll be the last break of the show. Unless something else is full, Alex. But if nothing else is full or like 1 away, we'll do the jersey break, the practice squad break, and let Colin and Steven get in here. All right, no box number for the jerseys. I'll pull up the wheel. We'll let the wheel decide our box number for our jerseys. So we got, looks like 29. And 28's the closest. 2 guys came in, but I'm going to tell you guys we have rules to enforce here. Like you see in our break rule page, once a box number has been randomized, box numbers are final. If no one calls out a number, then we randomize for our numbers. Once the randomizer wheel is up, no one will have a chance to call out any numbers. We used to always give tie goes to the customer, Alex. Unfortunately, sometimes that happens, and the guy that would have had the box gets a headliner, then somebody gets mad. So rules are rules. These guys were really, really close, but the wheel was already up. We are going with box 28 here in the jerseys. With that in mind, the practice squad guys, if you have your numbers ready, wait till I put it in the chat, and then you can call out those numbers. But I'll go ahead and put these on here for them as well so they're ready, Alex. Those are our practice squad numbers left for the guys in that practice squad break. 28, who knows? This could be the best choice ever going to the wheel, though. So we got 5 and 6 clicks. Sean's got the NFC North, NFC South. Courtney's got the NFC East. We got Sean NFC West. Courtney AFC North, Sean AFC South and East, and Jason in the AFC West. 28 of 30 in the jerseys. Someone was just... This is spooky. We're just talking about 72.
Oh, man.
It's the fridge. William Perry. Sean Bueller, NFC North. Congratulations on the fridge jersey. Super Bowl champion with the 85-86 Bears. He even got a rushing touchdown in that game. JSA certified for William Perry.
Should have went to Walter.
Yeah, should have gone to Walter. No rushing touchdown for Walter Payton. But the fridge did get one.
Oh, yeah.
I'll tell you that much.
Iconic.
I don't know how they scored 46 points. Not a single touchdown for Walter Payton. Weird. Weird, weird, weird. This is one of the most famous guys in the 80s. You know, every sport, every decade has that one athlete that is, a good player, but is remembered a lot more than others. Like Richard Dent was, a better player, but William Perry is just as famous as Richard Dent among many football circles, right? It's crazy. Absolutely crazy. It was Sean's football number, 72.
It's all coming together.
Were you offensive line, Sean? Defensive line? Or maybe he was a 72 quarterback. Wouldn't that be fun?
That'd be interesting.
Luka Doncic, 77.
Yeah.
All right, so likely the last break of the show, most likely coming up. That is our practice squad double box break. D-line and O-line. There we go. OC Umanura. Yeah, that's a good one. You played college ball, Sean? Where'd you play college ball, man? That's cool. A little bit of college ball. I only played intramural basketball and soccer in college. That's legit. We got a college football player in the mix here, Alex. So 2 box numbers in the practice squad. We got Sean. We got Chris, Sean, Michael, and Christopher. Kutztown University. There you go, Sean. 8 and 32. Yeah, Sean came in right ahead of Christopher. I know they got the same timestamp, but Sean did come in just ahead of him, looks like. Andre Reed's an alum of that university. Buffalo Bill legend, Andre Reed. Okay. John Mobley, all right. Cool. So we'll get 8 and 32 off the ticker. And Sean says that's where Reynolds went from the Lions. Okay, so apparently a pretty good tradition out of that university. It's like Kent State, Antonio Gates, and some of those other guys. Some of those small colleges do produce some pretty good athletes sometimes. And that's in Pennsylvania, apparently. Craig, everyone loves this university. That's awesome, Alex. Yeah. Man, I'm pumped. First win. Yes, I played with him in my final year. With Reynolds? Well, how about that? What 6 degrees of separation here in the break room. Speaking of 6 clicks, we got Chris up top in the NFC North looking for all day Adrian Peterson. Right below in the NFC South is Michael Alonso. Chris has the NFC East. Sean, NFC West. AFC North is Chris. Christopher Fox, AFC North. Chris Nieberding, AFC South. Christopher Fox, AFC East. And Sean's got the AFC West. Box 8 of 40 here in the practice squad.
I think Sean and Craig became best friends.
Like me and the guy earlier.
Yeah.
Everyone's making friends today. Now here's a fantastic running back. I think he's still the Green Bay Packer all-time leading rusher. Multi-time Pro Bowler. Beautiful looking autograph. It is Amon Green. Now this was when I first started, Alex, my original favorite autograph ever. And then I upgraded to Dermonte Dawson, then I upgraded to Curtis Martin, but my first week here, I was looking at all the autographs, and I was like, this guy's got the best.
Oh, yeah.
He's definitely still up there, Amon Green. NFC North, Beckett certified. Congratulations, Chris, on your practice squad jersey. Craig is my dude, said Sean. That's my dude. Craig Joseph. Pennsylvania's finest people here in the break room. A little bit of PA love. All right, likely the last box of the 3 p.m. hour coming up next. Is it Adrian Peterson? Is it Ray Lewis? What could it be, Alex? What could it be, man? A lot of good possibilities, that's for sure. There's only 6 boxes left. So I would say get in the next one, right?
Yeah.
Get in the next one. Because there's at least 1 authentic, if not 2 left after this next box. Alrighty, Chris. Nicely done, my man. Amon Green. Alright, let's see what we got here, Alex. Let's see here. Box 32, 32 of 40. The Jim Brown box. Could we have a running back? Is this time for Adrian Peterson? That sick Minnesota Viking Flash authentic. Oof. It's a running back kind of finish, baby. All day, Adrian Peterson on the Flash authentic. Such a beautiful, beautiful lid. That's the NFC North. Chris Niederbring. How about it, Chris? Amon Green and Adrian Peterson. Top 5 all-time in rush yards and rushing touchdowns. Mr. AP. Last running back to win the MVP. Maybe the last running back to ever win the MVP.
Oh, yeah.
296 rush yards. Most in a single game. Awesome hit there, Chris. Adrian Peterson, Flash authentic. How about it? So shipping, usually, Sean, 2 to 3 business days of when we ship. We ship Monday, Wednesday, and Friday morning. So everything that was won today, this is a Wednesday afternoon, would ship on Friday. Now, Friday is the longest shipping typically with the weekend and stuff, 2 to 3 business days. So your stuff will ship out on Friday, probably arrive, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday range. Shipping is pretty quick here at UA. Very, very quick. Just depends on, what day you ended up winning as to when it gets shipped out. All right. One of the best hits of the show at the very end. And Chris had 3 spots in here, but well worth it.
Oh, yeah.
With 2 W's and a full-size authentic headliner.
That's how you do it.
I mean, even in a practice squad double, 3 spots is $270.
Mm-hmm.
This is worth more than $270 just on the Peterson alone. Then we tack on Amon Green as well. More value. Can't wait. We'll be posting pictures, says Sean. That's fantastic, brother.
No.
Absolutely fantastic of you. All right, so I think this is a good sign-off point, Alex. Let the guys get ready for the next show. But real quick, hit of the show. It's tough. All 5 of these are about even for me.
It's Barry.
I'm going to go Barry. It's the Retro Line Authentic. I do agree with you. This is where it gets tough.
Joe
Montana, I agree.
Gotta go with the quarterbacks and then JJ.
Okay, so
I do love that amp.
Salute the Service Montana is the runner-up. I'm going to go Kurt Warner only because I don't see Kurt Warner as often as Adrian Peterson. But I could easily go AP. I could easily go Watt. I mean, I think all 5 of these are pretty even for me.
Yeah.
But I do agree with you. Barry Sanders is my hit of the show. So, fantastic show, guys. You did great. Thank you, Alex, for co-hosting, for producing, doing a great job as always. The customers are the best in the business. You make the show possible. You guys are the life of the break room. Now, good news. 40 minutes from now, Colin and Steven, only a 40-minute break. Right back here at 6 p.m. I'm back tomorrow at 6. Alex, you are back on, not in Monday. Oh, Monday. Yeah, so back Tuesday for Alex. Alex will be back on Tuesday. I think we got Colin filling in on Friday. We have to remind him. He does forget. So thank you, guys. I'll see you tomorrow at 6. Colin and Steven will see you guys in 40 minutes, 12 p.m., 3 p.m., 6 p.m. Central Time, every single day, right here at Ultimate Autographs. Have a great night, guys, and we'll see you soon.